Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a Sunday morning of Little Old Ladies versus Evil in Monster She Wrote. We definitely didn't spend the last 30 minutes with the folks in Twitch going like, what? How does this work? And who are we again? And what's going on? So, hey, that's the advantage of being a member of the Twitch community is you get to see us be like super pro streamers and fully prepared for every game. So consider that a bonus. Hey, yeah, so this will probably be easier for folks on the YouTubes later because it'll be right next to the first kind of series. But I propose what we do is we go around a circle, let us know who you are, who you're playing, and then describe for us your cozy place. And I'll ask that if anything, I mean, we don't remember all the details, but if you think of something that is like significantly different from the last one, like something that would reflect the experience that your maven has gone through in the past story, call that out. So for those who don't know, the beginning of this is very much like the kind of montage beginning of a show like Murder, She Wrote, where we kind of see our main characters and they are engaged in their cozy activity in their cozy place. And it's a way of the camera to reveal to us what's important to the mavens, what their relationships are, what their abilities and interests are. So let's start with Marge. Because I always wait until Meg takes a drink
of something or eat something. Right. Every time. I am Megan Amel, but I'm Marge, and Marge is she's very loving and caring, and she wants to feed everybody because she's from, Minnesota, and she wants to make sure everyone's had a bit of the hot plate. And did you eat? Are you sure? Okay. So she just wants to make sure that everyone's good. Her cozy place is her kitchen. So you see her, kind of imagine her in her kitchen, the oven's preheated. She's probably putting a hot dish in with an apron and she's got hot mitts and stuff, and she's super cute. There's Fiesta wear, obviously. Cute aprons, oven mats, carrying cases for the casserole dishes. And yeah, that's what she does. She's got an iPad for recipes, and she's got a phone, and she just kind of looks up recipes and bakes things and makes sure everybody has food.
Is there anything in that kind of cozy place scene that a devoted watcher of Monster She Wrote would recognize as new items or a new scene for season 2?
You would notice a picture of me and my new much younger boyfriend, he's super young. He's like 52, and he is a gardener, and he's super lovely and wonderful. And there's a picture of us together at one of the big lakes, when we went to the lake together.
Awesome.
In my kitchen, because that's my cozy place. So it's like sitting it's either let me think about it. It's like on the wall, but It's like on the wall in a relatively prominent place because I don't want it to take up, counter space.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So something has changed from Marge. How about Nellie?
So I'm Misha _lesson3 here on Twitch, and I'm playing Nellie. She is, I don't know. She loves knitting. She loves cardigans. She loves going to your house and cleaning up a little bit as she comes in, because she noticed it was messy and thought you need a little help, even if you didn't. Let's see. In her cozy place, it looks more or less the same. It's it's like super cozy, has like the old telephone, an old record player, rocking chair. New this season, another little chair that has a little cover on it that says Peggy. No one ever sees anybody sitting there usually, but that's fine. And astute viewers will see, like almost every shot. There's like just what's that little hand over there? I don't understand that one. Oh, is that another person sitting down there? But it's fine. And so, it's Nellie sitting there and, she's like knitting another thing. I think on the wall are pictures of her family because she had actually gotten a couple trips to go visit her kids out in California. It's so far away, but she's put in some extra time, when they said the season was nice. So there's some pictures of her doing like, tourist stuff with them out there. And then, just a picture of her and the shadowy smear.
Yeah. There's a picture of you and your granddaughter, Carol. There's a picture you took of your granddaughter, Carol Ann, putting her hand on a TV with like the in-between channels snow on it. And then there's a little shadow figure next to her also touching the screen. Yeah, your trip to California was very eventful.
Yeah. We all had a great time.
Awesome. How about Carolyn?
So Carolyn is a little bit like a crusty old lady. She is a outdoors person. She likes to go fishing. She likes to go hunting. She and her deceased husband, George, were avid hunters. Her cozy place is a trophy room with plush carpets that are replaced at least every year, because she gets blood all over them. But she likes to do bird watching. She likes to go fishing. She likes to go hunting. But recently, since the last one, she was attacked in the woods by a weird, terrifying monster. So she now has something, her old blunderbuss that used to be George's. She's moved past it. She's replaced it with a shiny new AR-15. When you look in at the little plaque, it says Carolyn's right arm.
Yes.
She doesn't go anywhere without her AR-15 unless it's illegal. And then she is a responsible gun owner.
Yeah. And she for sure has like open carry and stuff, which is great.
Yes. She is not the type to go to a store. She likes to hang out with the gals, but mostly if she's not with the girls, she's probably in her cabin.
That one time you went to go pick up Nellie at the yarn barn with your AR strapped to your back was a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Cool. Is Lillian around? Or did Rachie have to? Oh, there she is. Hey. So talk to us about Lillian, Rachie.
Yeah. So Lillian is British, like me. She's a former fashion designer. But she's been living in Brindlewood Bay for a long time. She definitely will judge you on your fashion, but also give you some tips if you need it, which a lot of people in Brindlewood Bay do. She's best friends with Marge. They're very much based off, if anybody knows, the TV show Ab Fab, which is a British TV show. I'm very like in between Eddie and Patsy. Yeah, so the main thing for her was her husband went missing, presumed dead. And in the end of the last episode, I think the cutaway from Lillian was that she had underneath all her drawings and such like in her studio in her house. There was behind it, there was maps and all this jazz of where Reggie may have last been seen.
Yep.
And yeah, so her cozy place is her studio. And her house is very much all the latest gadgets and stuff, which obviously was a problem last episode with what was going on with all the technology.
Yes.
So yeah, she likes to sit in her studio and design and draw and make the world a far more beautiful place.
Yes.
And talks with a quite broad London accent, which I don't. So yes, but when Lillian does, it's yes.
Well, and that reminds me. So yes, we learned that Reg disappeared. He was doing some work as for a government contractor, and that you thought he had disappeared like in Croatia or something, but he his memory or spirit revealed that it was actually in the Malloran Islands where he had taken you once, and that is one of the largest research facilities of Loop, which is the parent company, the multinational conglomerate that might or might not be evil. That is the parent company of Syntech, which is one of the local big employers. So has Lillian like traveled to Sweden to do some research, or is she thinking about it?
I feel that in the meantime, Lillian is just doing lots and lots of research.
Okay.
So has spent her time between fashions and also getting distracted because, as creatives, get a little bit distracted sometimes. So, as I was doing research in Sweden, I then was inspired.
Got it.
By, some of the designs that I came across. So then that took me on a whole different direction, and I had to reevaluate and then get back onto it. So.
Yeah, your latest charity fashion show is very ABBA-esque.
Yeah, well, yes.
Lovely. And it's a nod to the past and also to partially repay Twy, his NPC me. There in the corner is the little dock for a Roomba, and it's got chains wrapped around it.
Yes.
So it doesn't go wild and try to kill you again.
Yes, for sure.
Beautiful.
But I mean, to be fair, I kicked its ass, so.
It's true. You did.
Yeah.
That and all the other appliances that were trying to murder you.
Yeah, I was pretty good at avoiding. At my ripe old age, I still had the agility to avoid that Roomba as it tried to kill me.
Right. So we did a little bit of a recap for folks on Twitch before we started recording, and folks on YouTube can just go and look at it. But this is the kind of typical, and make sure that you have selected, and you can share with us if you would like the activities that you hope to engage in this episode.
It's 11:45.
I know that what we usually look for is that if we solved a mystery,
Yeah.
right? Lillian always does a good job with the what is it, Gold Crown Mysteries move. Behave like a woman half your age from me. That's pretty on par for Carolyn. She loves her Colt Seavers. And then share a memory of a late family member, mostly because her husband George is like, she just hears screams all the time. So there's a lot of dead people in her past.
Do you still, though, after you came to closure with your memory of him?
No, ever since she moved past it, she retired the blunderbuss and put up her own firearm. She moved into the modern times slightly, and she's heard it less, but she's still determined to figire out what happened to her husband.
Yes.
But,
okay. Yeah. So you're gonna be the athletic jogging Jessica Lansbury, and
the headband,
Angela
everything.
Lansbury. Yeah. And you'll also share a memory of George. Who else? What are your targets?
We're picking two, right?
Yeah. Because the whole did we solve the mystery is always there.
Okay. I'm going to choose. Did you dote on somebody? Because that's going to happen. And then I'm going to choose. Can I choose the same one he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm going to do behave like a woman half your age, because that's going to happen.
Oh, God, yes. Okay, Nellie or Lillian? What are your choices?
I'll go with share your wisdom with a young person.
Okay.
And then probably also doting on someone.
Okay.
We aren't, everything's fine. We don't need to actively undermine authority yet, so...
No.
Right.
Also, undermining authority is always like undermining my son, and it feels bad.
Yeah.
Does it though?
It's always local authority. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's Polly. Let's screw it up so he can't be captain.
I mean, there's a reason he's 30 something and single.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. Poor Polly.
How about you, Lillian? What are your goals?
Well, I think Lillian's going to find it difficult to act like a woman half her age because she's only 27 herself. But no, yes, probably that one. And then also prove that she's still got it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one for you.
Cool. So, where do we find the murder mavens? We'll say it is a weekend.
Can we be over at Nellie's house having a mournful drink to mourn the loss of Angela Lansbury?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of your idols. Second only to Amanda Delacroix.
Yeah.
Delacroix.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the camera flies over the town of Willow Bluff, flies past the clock tower that chimes 7 for no reason because it hasn't been right in half a century, and swoops down to kind of the outskirts and sees a cozy little cabin that practically looks like it was knitted itself because everything has a cozy. There's probably like a mailbox cozy and etc. And peers through the windows and sees the murder mavens all gathered around enjoying tea, some of the ladies probably have a healthy glug of whiskey or bourbon or something in their tea, as they do. Hot dish and plates. We as the camera passes through the window, we see Nellie probably knitting, reaching for a little ball of yarn that just magically moves toward her hand as we see a little tiny ghost hand batted her way. And the ladies are talking about, and on the tube TV there in Nellie's sitting room is old episodes of Murder, She Wrote with Angela Lansbury, the dearly departed. So what's happening? What's the conversation?
You know what else I really loved her in was, she will always be my favorite, Mrs. Potts. She was so great in that, you know?
Oh, yes. Lovely voice. Lovely voice.
I know.
You know.
She's just, it's so comforting. Just very comforting and, back in the cupboard with you now, Chip. Past your bedtime.
That's a great accent. That was absolutely fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Lily.
I think you've been around me too long, darling. You really started.
I've really been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Thanks. Back to the cupboard with you now, Chip. I have to do this
You didn't
movement
sound
with the
Irish
arms
at all.
too.
No.
Yes, that's how you know.
Thanks,
That's how you know.
Lillian.
I'll never forget her workout tapes.
I've never seen them.
They were burned. They weren't good.
So you can't get them on the on the Tinterweb. You can't get them.
No, I had to steal them from the Blockbuster.
You stole it from me.
The Blockbuster.
You're a criminal.
Well, it's out of business now, so it doesn't really matter.
No. Maybe they went out of business because too many people stole the Angela Lansbury workout tapes.
Oh, you never know, do you?
Look what you did, Carolyn.
Wow.
Flashback to a decade ago, Carolyn making a midnight trip to St. Cloud to go break into it. Or maybe they were having like a closeout sale. Carolyn with arms full of Angela Lansbury workout videos.
Now, Nellie, is this true? But I heard this rumor, right? Were you in the Olivia Newton-John physical video? I heard you were. Through the grapevine. One of the backup dancers.
What?
Is that not true?
Nelly, were you a backup dancer? And we don't even know about it?
Ellie's
No.
got the moves.
No. That's preposterous.
Are
Do you have a twin?
Not that I know of.
I'm sure she was. Hiding her dark past from us, she is, Nellie.
Nellie, if you told me that it was you, I wouldn't think down about you. I'd probably be like, oh, Just saying, if you did it, you can tell us.
There's nothing wrong with calisthenics, dear.
Of course not. No.
Jazzercise is a legitimate workout. Never forget.
Has anybody ever tried line dancing?
Mm-mm.
No, I usually dance on floors.
I can't get with the ensemble.
You mean like tightrope, like that kind of line dancing? Dancing on a
what they
tightrope?
do in the bars. They're like people do it in the bars, and they all sit and they're all like walking back and forth.
Oh, like down in Texas.
Well, I've heard they teach it at school nowadays, But they did some of that at my at Jonathan's wedding.
Oh.
So
how is Jonathan?
Oh, they're doing great. I got to visit them over the last year. And they're doing fine. I told them that the cost of living is much cheaper here in Minnesota than it is in California.
Mm-hmm.
They can do remote work, but it seems like they're happy there. So
that's what matters.
I suppose.
Out of
I'm
curiosity,
gonna have a word with our hairdresser. The local one. What's her name again? What's her name again?
Oh, I do my own hair in my kitchen. That's why it looks so good.
Well, I'm telling you, why is she dyed my hair the same color as yours, Marge? Why is it exactly the same thing?
Maybe because maybe she's just trying to make us look like best friends.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Maybe she gets us confused. Because we look so much alike.
That's true. That's true.
as Marge scratches under her wig. Just straightens it.
We have many wigs. We have
Many
many
wigs.
wigs. I'm like Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Yes, that's exactly what you're like.
Many
yeah.
wigs, and they all have names.
Some of them have feathers and birds. Yes.
So out of curiosity, one of the things that has happened since the last adventure is that a new bookstore has opened in town. Now, so we need to establish two locations. One is the old bookstore that you ladies have frequented, where everyone knows everyone, and as soon as you walk in, they've got the latest Amanda Delacroix ready for you. It's where you do all your pre-orders. And now there's a new chain that has moved in. All bestsellers and bodice rippers and self-help books. And I guess you can decide if you like it, but it is a bit of a disruption. It's another change in town since Syntech moved in. All these big chains are coming in and threatening the local businesses. So what is the name of the old-fashioned owner-operated bookstore?
Bunch of books.
All right. Bunch O books, of course.
Bunch O books, yes.
I'm
And
gonna say Brindlewood books, but okay, bunch of books.
bunch O books. And who is the they don't have to be the owner, but it's the person that you know there, the person who's usually working there that helps you, that knows you ladies well.
I think it should be someone from Nellie's church.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, either that or one of the kids. Like the high school kids.
Yeah.
It's probably someone who they probably don't hire too many high school kids at the bookstore.
You don't think so? Okay,
I mean, if
that's
it's
fair, 'cause
smaller.
It's a daytime. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a daytime kind of place.
And they might, like for extra help during the tourist season. But I think the person that you know is probably working there during the day. So who is this person?
The name is Barbara.
Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara works at the bookshop.
All right.
In Brindlewood.
And his Erthos.
So Barbara. All right. So
Wait, no, but Airthos did NPC me.
Oh, okay.
So we could make the person at the store Airthos, who goes to Nellie's church.
Yes. Well, Erthos, who do you want to be?
Could Athos be the person who owns the new shop though?
Ooh,
Unless-
yeah, because I'm about to ask those
You want to be
questions.
our friend, or do you want to be our enemy?
You don't know. You don't know.
you don't know. No.
Tell us, Erthos, who you want to be.
Yeah. You want to
You
be cozy bookstore
You could
owner,
be
or you wanna
Barbara's
be
Jack Russell
bad
Terrier
man.
that is always hanging out at the Buncho books.
Enemy
Okay,
in
okay.
disguise.
Um,
I mean, now that you make him the character.
Right.
okay. So
A book cat.
we
Wait,
have
so you want to be my other boyfriend? I'm so confused.
No, owner of the chain
No, I'm
bookstore.
just kidding.
I think is
All
where
my
he's
boyfriends are secret enemies.
owner, but secretly hates the chain. So probably the chain bookstore.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it is. So, Nicolos Erthos,
Ooh.
who is
Is he from out of town?
yes, he is of Greek
Settle down
extraction.
that much.
He is handsome and mysterious,
Ooh.
which is the only good thing about the chain bookstore coming into town, is that there is a handsome, mysterious, vaguely European proprietor / manager. And we'll say they're Nikolos's partner works at Syntech and has like basically bought a franchise here in town. So maybe he and his wife are somewhat competitive with each other. And she's moving up the ranks of Syntech, and he's like, well, I'm gonna have my own business. So he buys a franchise to what nationwide bookstore chain?
Margins.
Margins.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, cool. So Nicholas has opened up, and I mean his family, the Erthos family, is quite prosperous, and there's probably like some profit sharing or whatever going on within Syntech. So they've invested a healthy chunk of change to renovate a building that probably had historical significance, like every building here in Willow Bluff. And I suspect there was a bit of the controversy and some of the bad feelings probably happened when they destroyed the local character of the town by renovating some building that was probably about to fall down. It was probably a fire hazard. Spent a bunch of money to bring it in. And so now there's this huge, extremely well lit, very modern bookstore. And which is weird to open a bookstore in a world of streaming and Kindles or whatever. But this is reminder a weird mashup time period. There's modern stuff, there's anachronistic stuff, so we don't have to be super loyal to any particular frame of time. This is an alternate world. So yes, that means that our friend Nicholas Erthos is absolutely at the heart of some of the rumors about town. Some salacious, some angry, some clearly false, some probably super culturally insensitive because it's America. But that is one of the things, like any small town, something like that has become the talk of town for the past several weeks. And we'll say that the initial grand opening was last week. Was any of the ladies there?
At the grand opening?
Yes, of Margins.
Oh, they probably had free snacks.
Is Nicholas going to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, we probably went.
We went.
Lillian and I probably went.
Okay.
No,
I
it
would
sounds like
say-
we all went.
Yeah.
But like not to buy anything, just to get some of the free stuff and check it out.
Get
Yeah,
free
and
stuff, free wine in,
You like to see
in
what he
plastic
was
cups.
dressed like and what he
Yeah.
would look like and stuff.
Look at the
Yeah, yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Because we figure he probably has good fashion if he's like European-esque. We don't know what he's like. you know?
Well, I mean, maybe to
We're assuming
you.
that. We haven't seen him yet.
Well,
but
you
we're
do-
just like, we want to see how he's dressed.
He's a handsome fellow, dark curly hair. He's probably in his 40s, so a little salt and pepper at the corners. Very, very tanned. Shirt open, maybe a button more than it ought to be. And so I think probably Marge, Nellie, and Carolyn think he looks pretty spiffy. Lillian, on the other hand, he's wearing a sharkskin jacket. You know, that weird shiny kind of situation. He's got like one too many gold chains, alligator shoes. There's a little bit of it just doesn't quite read to Lillian.
No, my dream man.
Well, we all think it's attractive because we don't have that kind of taste. We don't have any taste. That's why.
That's
we're just garbage people.
So we like hot dish.
Yeah, that's why we eat hot dishes.
Right.
It's the same spices every time.
None.
We are very uncultured.
So
I definitely walked in and went,
right. So here's Marge and Nellie in the big plate glass windows seen from outside, clearly ogling Nicholas.
Oh.
And then we cut to across the street. There's a shadowy figure sitting in a landscaping truck, clearly watching, spying on Marge, making notes. No, it's fine. Maybe that happened. Who knows?
Listen, Twilight's cool with it.
Yeah, Twilight's like, Sandy's a side piece. It's fine.
It's fine.
So, yes. All right, then. So, yes, we have a little bit of a flashback. And we can just have it be that you guys are referencing in the current times. Like, oh, remember we went to that opening. Or we can have a scene there if you would like. It's up to you.
Oh.
Let's have a scene.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's cause a scene.
Okay. Do it.
All right, so and there's a fair amount of foot traffic. It's a lot of folks who clearly are new to town, work at Syntec. Not many people are actually buying books. There are obviously some people who are friends of Nicholas's who, buy a bunch of books or things like that, kind of to support him. But the townies are mostly doing what the murder mavens are and just kind of poking around and being nosy and whispering in corners. So what happens?
Here you go, ladies. The next round of samples. If we keep rotating, we'll be able to clear them out.
Carolyn has already filled her pockets with those like little blue cheese puffs.
I walk over to Lillian and I'm like, oh, he's handsome.
well,
Don't you
I
think
can't
so,
tell,
Lillian?
darling, because I can't get past the questionable fashion taste.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, same. I feel the same way. But also, maybe if we took the clothes away, well, and put others on, well, maybe we just take them away.
Are you okay, darling? Like,
Ever cheese puff.
You don't think he's a good-looking man?
weren't you seeing that contractor? What's happened there?
What?
You're
You think he
like
caught-
a man with his clothes off. Are you okay?
No. Listen. I'm saying ignore his fashion, Lillian.
Ignore it. I can't.
I know. Oh, me either. Too, also.
You think he caught the gator himself?
Marge is trying really hard to pretend that she also no longer finds him attractive because Lillian is very cultured and Marge is not. And so when Lillian says something, Marge is like, oh, yeah, I feel the same. Yeah, you're probably right, Lillian. I didn't think he was cute anyway.
I don't think he would catch his own stuff. Everyone buys it. It's probably fake. Is it fake, Lillian?
I think everything about that man is fake, to be honest.
Hate him.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, he's the worst. I don't know why we even came here.
Lillian.
Sorry, what's the
Nipples.
difference between an
Well, I mean-
alligator and a crocodile again? I never remember.
Lillian.
Stuff.
It's a Jaws.
Since Marge asked, would you make a meddling move as you assess Nicholas Arathos's attire?
Am I rolling?
Yes. So you'll roll 2d6 and then add whatever attribute makes the most sense given the situation, which I think...
I don't remember my numbers. I have nothing.
Well, because it's been a year and a half. So just the default numbers are there. You'll just add 1 in something, which is probably presence,
Okay.
because you're very charismatic. So just choose.
I'm like, I have nothing. Okay, character sheet. Let's have a look.
Yeah. So you would be at vitality 0, composure 1. What is that? Resolve, presence, and sensitivity.
Reason, presence.
A reason. So and your presence is probably 1 because you have a
Yeah,
very high
that will be what
charisma.
I've chosen.
So you could use vitality would be tough.
I think it's reason
Probably
though,
so.
because it's just
Yeah.
I'm not being presentable. I'm just
Yeah. Well,
Right, you're
and to remember and to remind
making-
how it works, like you can say, I want to meddle with, like, I want to find out what's happening. It's like, okay, meddle. And it's like, well, I want to use reason. So it's more like a cool assessment and using your knowledge and memory to kind of see what you can find. It could be presence where you go up and chat him up and see if you can get him to reveal anything. It could be vitality to sneak around and try to find something. It could be sensitivity to open yourself up to the mysteries of the void. So you have a lot of options in terms of how
I'm
you
gonna go
achieve the
for
goal.
reason,
Okay, cool.
just because I think I'm judging from a distance.
Yes.
Mhm.
But either way, I rolled poorly, so I got a 6.
Oh, well, I believe that we have some boons and things if you'd like to change that.
Oh yeah, because high is bad, right?
So high is good.
Oh, high is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have, if you would like to spend a minor boon to kick that up to a 7.
Oh.
I'll do a minor then. I'm not going to do a major,
Okay.
not for just assessing the man's wardrobe.
I'll use that for you.
Yeah, but you might find other things out about him.
Well, but it's too late now.
also
No,
I
it's all good. It's all
roll
good.
again
It's all
and
good.
Roll poop.
So your assessment is correct. I mean, his clothing is not cheap by any means, but it's new. It's in good repair. It's certainly not particularly fashionable. And you're having a hard time kind of placing it in terms of, like, you don't recognize the manufacturer or the fashion house, but you don't necessarily keep up on all of the kind of mass manufactured stuff. But it's a little surprising to you that this particular style is still being made, but his clothing is quite new. The gold chains are, they're probably 14 karat, nothing special. The one thing that attracts your attention is his pinky ring. It's, at first you assess it as like gaudy kind of costume jewelry. But you have a chance as he's, talking to a customer, one of his friends, and, he'll reach up and grab a book and pull it out and show someone something. You're able to see it a little bit more clearly. It is very, very large. It is very antique. And it has a very kind of Baroque design that doesn't seem, now having a gaudy pinky ring kind of goes with his ensemble, but the design of this ring seems a bit off now that you can see it in person. And as you are staring at this ring, you get a strange feeling, and you look over and he is staring right back at you. and you lock eyes. He's seen you staring at his ring, and you lock eyes momentarily, and there is a cold glint in his eyes for just a moment. And then he kind of smiles and, nice to see you, ladies. And then goes back to talking to his
Is
friend.
he a reptile person?
Well, you know the saying, never smile at a crocodile.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They do now.
In practice.
You never heard the song, never smile at a crocodile.
Oh no, yeah.
Get friendly with a crocodile.
Crocodile, never tip your hat to the taco. Wow. Yes, I do remember that one. It's a Disney song from Captain Hook. You know, my kids used to listen to those Disney sing-alongs all the time. And that song was on one of them with the bouncing ball. And you could follow around and just sing it with them.
Oh, that's
It
lovely.
was great. Kept them busy for hours, you know?
Yeah, but there's something very strange about that man.
Yeah.
Have you got another Werther's in your mouth, Carolyn?
Well,
I'm pretty sure blue cheese and Werther's don't mix, love.
no, it's the new flavor.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Keeps my blood sugar up.
I wonder if there's. Can anybody see? Like, I haven't got my long range glasses on here. Have you got any like things to see closer at all, Carolyn? Because I couldn't see the inscription on that ring, but it looked very strange to me.
I have binoculars. She pulls off a cream puff from one of the eyepieces and wipes it off.
I'm just wondering if pulling out a pair of binoculars and staring at the man across the room might look a bit suspicious.
Oh, give them to me. I grab the binoculars out of Lillian's hand and I go hide behind a bookcase and I like put them, you know, I like the books and then the thing, and I just set them in between one and I'm like, and I'm looking through the thing and I'm like, what are we looking for? And I'm just like zoomed in on his face and then maybe some other areas. Wait, what were we looking for? I don't remember.
It was a ring.
Oh, right. So I'm going to zoom in as far as I can, and I'm going to try to see this ring.
All right. That sounds like a day move to me.
Okay. Working on the day moves. So I'm going to do a day move.
Yes.
Or okay.
And I think maybe this is composure.
Okay, that works for me because I got one in that, so that's fine.
I think so, because this is more about like maintaining your cool and not causing a scene,
Right.
like not knocking over the
I
bookcases.
probably don't mind causing a scene, but
Yeah.
it'd be
You have
best
a-
if my character did not.
Carolyn has a knit gun cozy on her back, like
Yeah, it would.
Carolyn.
Knit with Love by Nelly.
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay.
And that gives me 10.
All right. Well, that's actually quite good. You do what you intend to do, and you hold steady. So you've already kind of described that you're down, you're peering between the books. You're momentarily distracted because the best angle comes from the cookbook section. So you're like, oh wait, I haven't
love
seen
this
this
book.
one.
Wait, there's a new one out? I didn't even know.
Ooh, Taste of Persia. So there's a little bit of that, and then Lillian probably reminds you. So yes, it is. I don't know. It's clearly very valuable. If the stone is a ruby, it is a very, very large ruby. And there's just something about it that seems out of place. Like it's very, very old. It looks handmade. In the moments where he like sets his hand on a counter and you can kind of zoom in on a still shot of it, like all the engraving and wire work is artfully done, but unlike modern jewelry, it's like molded or whatever, or done by machine, this looks very old and handmade, and so, like something you would expect to find in a pirate's chest or in a medieval king's hand, not something that you would find in a jewelry store. And because you got not quite a 12, but you did do well, I will say you do get one very brief glimpse where he's got his hand over the back of a chair. And so you've got a straight shot into the ruby itself. There's some figure, like maybe there's a picture or a symbol or something that's like behind the ruby.
Oh, like almost like, like in school rings, like how they put like the thing underneath the gem. Okay.
Yeah, and at first you probably think, is that his class ring? That's a really weird class ring. Maybe it's a class ring. But because of the faceting of the ruby, you can't quite get a sense of what the symbol or figure is.
Okay.
But yes, it is quite intriguing.
Well, I'm explaining that all to the ladies.
All right.
This is what I saw, ladies.
So, does anything else happen in our flashback at Margins? You're on mute, Carolyn. Carolyn, you're on mute.
I just have a lot of blue cheese puffs.
Yes.
Snacks related. I have
what we're talking about is how you got super sick after eating all those blue cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is why
I probably purchased one of the whatever cookbook I was surprised about.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm pointing out and they have a buy two get one free deal. That's pretty good.
that's cost effective right there.
The prices are pretty good. There's a really extensive, like
I
sales
tell you
section
what,
and
bunch of books might be in trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this place is going to have our Delacorp books or that we need. I wonder if it'll be. I don't know.
We just
I
walked
think
by
they're
the mystery
cheaper
section.
here.
There's a
Oh
whole
no!
And it's like the light shines upon it, the entire series.
yeah.
Just like on an end cap with like cardboard cutout things, and we're just like.
Yeah.
And they're all cheaper than they are at bunches of books. And we're
They're
like,
all cheaper, but they're the cheap mass market paperback ones.
yeah.
Like
They're not the real nice
this
ones.
one. I remember this when you pull it out. It's got like a different cover on it than the one that you've
horrible.
read.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bunch of people photoshopped together.
Right.
Not like the art of the old times. They make their own. It's beautiful and artistic.
Yeah. But this one's only $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Always good.
Bunches of books might be in trouble, ladies.
Oh no.
We'll just let maybe Barbara can price match.
Yeah.
He knows that we have limited income.
Unless you're Lillian.
Yeah, she can still charge Lillian the full amount.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just come in and I trade catfish fillets for books. It's a barter style.
That works.
I go in and put it. I bring hot dishes in. You got the new mystery mott? Ooh.
Will this change your mind?
Right.
I don't have any money, but ooh, look at this tater tot.
There's probably a number of things in cozies at Bunch of Books
Yeah,
that Nellie has provided for discounts and or free books. So,
oh, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
bookshop
I bet they don't do any bartering here.
for sure not.
No.
Don't
For
like
sure
it.
not. So we'll say that as you ladies are talking in Nellie's sitting room, there's just that little bit of it's a little bit of a discussion about has anyone been back to the bookstore or whatever? And almost as if summoned, the Murder, She Wrote episode that you're watching on Nellie's Big Tube TV is interrupted by a commercial. And it is a commercial for margins. And, whatever commercial TV, you're not really paying attention. But this advertisement catches your eye because of the mention of Amanda Delacroix. Somehow it appears that Nicholas Erthos, or Margins, has managed to secure a bit of a book tour, a book signing tour, by none other than Amanda Delacroix. And it appears to support the launch of their central Minnesota flagship store. Willow Bluff is going to be on the tour schedule. Your icon, the inimitable mystery writer, Amanda Delacroix, is coming to Willow Bluff.
I wonder how many books she'll sign. We have so many.
Can we bring our whole collection, or do you feel like that's like too much?
Will she sign my binoculars?
Probably.
Oh,
She could probably do all of the books.
yeah.
There's only,
Yeah.
what, 80?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I figure here's the deal. Between like the four of us, that's probably only 160 books?
Yeah. That's hardly any time at all.
That's easy. She's a professional, right? She writes all day. Why couldn't she sign a bunch of books?
With a detailed message saying how we're her
On
best friend
every
every single
one.
one. Yep. Reasonable.
Maybe she could write a mystery as she signs our books, and you have to look at all of the dedications to see the mystery.
Oh, we
Is
should
that
tell
too
her
much?
to do that. I think it's fine.
She can do anything. It'll probably be fine.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Wait, did it say we need to get tickets or something?
No.
Oh, we
Just to
must
show
go to
up?
the signing.
Yes.
Oh, we better get there early.
Oh, we might have to camp out, ladies.
Yeah. Oh, I can camp. I have a tent.
Oh,
and I
thank
have
God,
a stove,
Carolyn.
and I get
Carolyn's
Okay.
got like a hot, like a, what are those?
like
The
a
ones
hot
like,
plate.
yeah, you put the one things underneath it.
Mhm.
We can cook on the street.
Mhm.
Carolyn
I'm ready.
starts making like a whole plan.
Well, you might have to act
God,
quickly because Amanda Delacroix is coming in town tomorrow.
How did we not hear about this?
That is the
I
question.
mean, poor advertisement, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
and in
yeah,
fact-
for sure.
Because you mentioned it, Lillian, this is clearly not a nationally produced or ad agency produced TV spot. It's very, very local TV quality. Like someone just threw up a picture of Amanda Delacroix, which is the exact same picture that she's used for the past 30 years in her author bio in the back of the on the dust jacket of her books. Someone just basically grabbed probably an iPhone photo of that because it's a little blurry, and then put just some static text. Mystery author Amanda Delacroix coming to Margins in Willow Bluff for a book signing 2 p.m. tomorrow. So it's possible that you missed earlier advertisements. You ladies don't spend all day long watching television. But it does strike you as being a bit of a slapdash affair.
What?
I mean, I know cheap when I see it.
Yeah.
And this advert does not look does not look very well put together. I'm just going to do the doodles on the Tinterweb and make sure it's actually on her official site, because you never know. Hold on. Let me just
Oh, like the scammers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Polly was telling me about the scammers earlier because I guess, they target the the more mature community, you know, but we're a little bit smarter than that, I think, ladies.
Oh
We're
yeah, but
resilient.
do you remember Cheryl? Do you remember Cheryl? You know, down the street.
Yeah.
She pressed the thing for Paymate. What a fool! Pressed the
Oh,
thing for Paymate.
what a
got
fool.
$10,000. Paymate. She don't even have a Paymate account.
Oh,
Just hold on. I'm just.
that's classic Cheryl.
Oh. Hold on.
If we're going to camp out, we should probably start getting some stuff together. I know, Carolyn, you probably have a lot of it just
It's already ready.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's, all right.
It's in her.
I actually
Well,
have like
should we
a
make
camp
a hot
out.
dish?
I have like a tote of camping supplies secretly hidden in all of our houses.
Yeah.
Ready. Like the world ends, that's fine.
That's fine. We got it.
Doesn't matter where you are. So, Lillian, what you
I think-
find just through briefly Googling, you are unable to confirm or deny that Amanda Delacroix will be in town. You can confirm that she is currently on a book tour. But on her website, it just says, inquire with your local bookseller. Like, it doesn't have like the specific dates. And she's known to be quite private and security conscious. So it's somewhat odd, but not entirely out of character for the details to not have been published for everyone. She's got a few groupies that have been known to travel from town to town and harass her and to try to involve themselves in her life. And she hasn't been seen out in public quite as much as she used to be maybe 20, 30 years ago. So it's odd, but you're not able to prove that it is real or not.
Well,
Okay,
they
so
wouldn't
obviously
just
I relay that to them.
they wouldn't just put a scam onto the TV ad. So
Oh, they put them
It's-
everywhere, Nelly.
But what's the
No.
scam? What would they be getting from us besides our time?
Well, here's the way I look at it to kind of piggyback on what Carolyn is saying. You know, I mean, we camp out. We could see her be the first ones get our 160 books signed. But if we don't camp out, or if she's not there, it's like, so what? We just camped out. You know,
Yeah.
there's
I do this all the
bad
time.
Yeah, Carolyn's
we're
been
having
asking
a
us to go
real
camp on the
problem.
street for like a year now.
And I'm having a real problem with that.
Oh.
I have some mores.
Do you know why? Clearly, I have said no many times. I don't do.
Is it because I put the Werthers in the marshmallows?
Lillian, don't you remember back when we were hanging out at that club and we ended up spending the night outside on somebody's trampoline because you lost your keys? You could stay outside. I've seen you do it.
I was much younger back then, and it's very different to like Glastonbury, which obviously I've been to many times. But like, I'm not. I'll have to think of a whole setup vibe. It's gonna.
Well,
take
you know,
some
there's
time.
also a hotel right down the road. You could just stay at the hotel and we'll camp out.
Yes, but I wouldn't also want to be one of those people that, you know, cut the line. Us British, we take queuing very seriously.
I was gonna say, but what if you are one of those people? Can you just be one of those people?
You know, if my name is on the list, obviously that's very different. And I'm surprised that my name isn't on the list because, you know, people know who I am and they know that they like to have me at events to, you know, raise the profile. But here we are. Look, I will just go home and find a few little bits and bobs, make our stay a bit more comfortable.
Like a
And
cot.
I'll be there. Well, I have got a hammock, like a luxury hammock
Got it.
that is actually easily portable and, you know.
I'll reinforce the beams.
Yeah, you just press a button and it goes poof, like this.
technology frightens me. But I'm glad we have you. I'm glad we have you.
Oh, you've got to move with technology, my darling. You've got to.
Mm-mm.
I'll just start grabbing some blankets then.
Afghans.
Oh, there's so many Afghans. There's a whole closet full of them.
I'm probably gonna run home because I really probably should make a hot dish for this excursion. Should we all just run home and get our stuff and then meet back on the street where we're gonna camp?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So how are you going to avoid being arrested?
Well, it's Polly. I'll tell Polly we're gonna be out there. He'll be fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're camping out for the big event tomorrow.
Yeah.
Obviously, people do that for the big old releases of their gizmos and gadgets.
I've seen the kids
Everyone
do it
did
for an
the
iPhone.
orange phone, the latest orange.
Oh, the
phone.
orange phone. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right.
Also, wait a minute though. Also, I was thinking. No, yeah. I'll just call Polly and just let him know. You know? But I'm gonna make a hot dish.
All right. I won't even make you make a meddling move. But we get a little bit of a quick flash of Marge talking to Polly. And he, of course, is not thrilled with the idea.
No, but I tell him it's fine. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Just wanted to let you know, okay? Oh, there'll be a hot dish in the fridge if you want to pop it in later. If you're hungry, swing by.
And he's like, you can't camp in the street, Ma.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's fine. It's just for a night. You'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Just let him know. It's just us.
Well, so Margins is right downtown. And it's right next to the kind of clock tower little park. It's not a park. It's just like a little green space around the clock tower. But he does advise you that like you literally can't set pitch tent on the sidewalk, and certainly not in the street itself. So at least go across the street into the clock tower, and he'll let the guys know not to harass you.
Okay. Thanks, Polly. Love you. Hey, come by and get food if you need it. Okay. Tell everyone hi from me.
Yeah. He's like, gotta go, Mom. Gotta go. Okay, hang on. So yes. You got him wrapped around your little finger.
I know, Polly. He's such a good boy.
So does anything else happen before we cut forward to... I mean, you ladies tend to eat early and retire early, so it's probably not even sunset as you're putting things together. Is there anything that we need to see? Or any scenes that need to happen?
I would just like to describe
Yes.
what we do to the tent.
Yes. So what do we see as we'll say, since we've established it previously, Nellie pulls up in her Grand Marquis.
Yes.
Carolyn
Before
probably
sundown.
already there, being very efficient.
I got dropped off by the kid.
Okay.
I forget his
Marge
name.
told me about
Jeff.
about the fact that we had to be in the clock tower. So I changed my aesthetic, and I also created a reserved sign for us
Okay.
that I place outside the book store, and I put my own rope line
Okay.
that I have.
Yeah, from the last fashion show. Yeah.
Yeah, and a bit of a red carpet because I have it. And I've put a reserved sign with our names on it,
All right.
and it says place one.
Got it. Okay.
Caroline, I probably picked up Caroline because she's not too far from where I am.
Mhm.
And we have all the camping gear and all the books. We found one of those ancient, in the garage, there was a little red wagon that the kids used to use. So we used that to load up all the books. So that way we can drag them over. Obviously.
Yes.
I have brought all my high-tech, glamorous picnic wear. So like a cooler that has different types of sparkling waters in it, and some gin and a nice rosé.
Yes.
I also have bought many fabrics for draping
because I felt that I was going through a Middle Eastern vibe in this tent. So I've lots of fabric draped in that fashion. Yes.
Mhm.
And I'm hoping that Carolyn has thermos of hot tea.
Yes. So I've set up a large 3-bedroom tent. It looks like the Taj Mahal at the top. For posterity. On the side though, I tacked down into the concrete some rope, like some cloth, and then 2 sticks to kind of hold it up, just like a little lean-to. That's mine. But then I know that the girls, they have standards, so they get the Taj Mahal. I've already placed logs on the sidewalk, and I've started a fire on the sidewalk with just like a little kettle going, and fish.
Carolyn didn't get the memo that we weren't supposed to be on the sidewalk. Right? Oh, Carolyn, what are you doing?
It's like fire safety.
Oh no, it's okay. It's fine. I set up.
Yeah. So given that it's probably 6:30 in the afternoon, any number of your fellow Willowbluff residents are kind of super confused about what's happening. A few ladies in your peer group kind of come up and do the Minnesota thing where they just completely ignore how weird you're being and then just ask you random questions to see if you'll volunteer what's actually going on. Oh, did you see that thing that came in the mail the other day? As they're like suspiciously watching Carolyn light a bonfire in the middle of the sidewalk. Anything else new going on with you ladies?
Yeah, I have this new spice blend for my for all the bass I'm catching.
Oh, you'll have to send me the recipe, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I bought a new cookbook. I'm really excited. Maybe next week you should come over for a hot dish or something.
Oh yeah. That's peering
We're just
into
totally
the tent,
ignoring everything.
Right. So we see there's like a little parade of nosy neighbors who are too Minnesota nice to actually call you on your craziness. And then they kind of, you see a gaggle of them over on the street corner, just kind of looking and pointing, going, oh no. What that's about. But yeah, there will be some new rumors in town next week.
Yeah, they're just jealous that they aren't going to be first for this book signing.
Yeah.
They just want my s'mores. The secret is Werther's.
They're jealous of our friendship. Only friends camp out on the sidewalk together.
Yes. Well, there is in fact, Lillian, as you were placing your brought from home red velvet rope and red carpet and sign, there is kind of taped to the inside of the plate glass window a poster that is of a similar quality to the TV advert that you saw. Clearly made at the local Plingos. So again, not quite what you would expect in terms of production value. But then again, you never know. But at least there is a sign. Yes.
There's a sign.
Yeah.
A sign.
That references the book signing tomorrow. And apparently there's going to be a reading as well.
Oh, I'm so glad we're camping out. This is so exciting.
I'm very excited.
Yes. So what happens?
I take some anti-inflammatories for my sciatica.
I bring my dishes and the things that keep them warm, and I brought some paper plates and stuff so we could eat.
I also brought a fondue set.
I'm sharpening my knives on the sidewalk.
Looks like Carolyn hadn't had enough cheese.
Carolyn's 70% cheese.
Carolyn
That's
reaches
wrong.
into her pocket and pulls out one of the blue cheese puffs from a week ago when you went to the grand opening, and just, that's fine.
I just put it on a stick, put it in the fire for a second, take it out. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I cooked. I baked it off.
I'll burn the lint off of it.
Mm.
I feel like Carolyn is educating us of the local foliage of the park around the cocktail.
Right.
I have several books on local fauna and flora.
Which
Do you know what I think might be fun? I think we should hang out in the tent and make s'mores or whatever, eat Werther's. And I think we should put some, either listen to some murder podcasts or listen to one of her books on tape just to get ready, just to get ready for it.
Yeah, a book on tape sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yes. And in honor of the dearly departed, probably on Lillian's Peach phone, you do have one of the audiobooks of Amanda Delacroix's, one of her great kind of early career successes, one of her breakthrough novels that was in fact narrated by Angela Lansbury.
Yes.
It's like, good blimey.
Right?
Just been a murder.
Yes. The title of the book is Murder at the Manor.
At the manor.
Yes.
All right, into the cupboard with you now, Chip.
Guys.
Yes. Amanda Delacroix finds herself caught up in a murder among the landed gentry in a geographically and historically inaccurate Britain.
That's hilarious.
A Lansbury tape.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that sounds good.
So doubly nostalgic for the ladies. And we'll say the ladies fall asleep listening to this. Carolyn probably
Dulcet tones of Angela Lansbury.
Right. Carolyn is snuggled up with her AR in the little lean-to. I imagine Lillian has a full situation with iPad and eye cover thing and lots of pillows and things like that.
Yeah.
Nellie is a pile of Afghans in contrasting colors like orange and green. My guess is that Marge
And brown.
Marge falls asleep with a bottle of wine in one hand.
Laying on some oven mitts.
Yes.
A
Yes.
bottle of wine.
I would just completely out of curiosity, would everyone roll sensitivity for me?
Sensitivity? I'm
Yes.
not good at that at all.
No one's good at that. It's actually bad to be good at that.
no.
Oh no.
Okay, sensitivity.
4.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
7.
Oh, okay. So one
I
of you
got
said,
8, so 7.
oh, good. Excellent. So,
Oh wait, no, -1. I'm 5.
okay. Well, only one of you succeeded, which is about right. So, Marge, as is often the case when you get into the Pinot, you hit the sack hard and then find yourself awake at about 3 a.m. The rest of the ladies are still asleep. It feels a bit stuffy there in the tent. And something...
What's happened to Megan?
I don't know.
I'm working on it. I'm here. Keep going.
It's very dark. It's a dark night. The clouds are scudding past the
very
moon.
dark. It's very dark.
But you want to take a little, you probably just feel like you need to take a little breather. So we'll say you slip out of the tent. And almost like something is there's some sense that's telling you that something might be going down. And you see coming.
I'm here for real. I'm here. Okay.
You see
I'm just tiny.
across the street someone is coming out of margins.
Oh,
Yes.
who would it be?
It's Angela Lansbury.
Shut up. Are you for real? Am I freaking out right now? She's dead. I forgot that for a second. I was just really excited to see one of my heroes. And then I realized, wait a minute, she's dead. How am I seeing her? Okay, and that's everything that goes through my head.
Yeah, at first you see an older woman, and she's got her back turned. And she like has come out of the bookstore and is just kind of locking the door. But it's when she turns around to walk off that the street light hits her. And, you probably don't have your glasses on, or maybe you have them on, but you got sleepy eyes. But this is either Angela Lansbury, which is impossible, or someone who looks very much like her.
Okay.
Or maybe you're still drunk and half asleep.
Yeah,
You never know.
possibly.
But what do
Right.
you do? What do you do?
Do I have my phone on me? Because first thing I do is probably like try to take a picture or something.
Sure.
And it might not end up good because nighttime pictures with, the orange phone is like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But so I'm like,
Yeah. Metal, if you wouldn't mind.
okay. Can I meddle using composure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do because I feel like that's what makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, to represent the presence
I
of mind to
get
pull out
an
your phone.
11,
Ooh.
and then I have +1, so 12.
Ooh, excellent. Excellent. You accidentally, or just without thinking of it, because the default is to use flash when it's dark. I mean, you could override it. Someone, Gilly probably showed you how to not use a flash at night. Because the new phones have a pretty decent sensor, and she probably explained a bunch of stuff to you and you don't remember. It's like, whatever, who cares? So you don't think to turn the flash off. But it turns out to be a good thing, because you do get a pretty clear photograph. But there is a strange kind of artifact. It's a clear, bright shot of a woman who looks exactly like Angela Lansbury. But the left side of her face is like, maybe she was turning, but the left side is all kind of like smeared, basically.
Like ghost blur?
Yeah.
Okay. Like motion blur,
Yeah.
rather?
That's
But
probably
like,
the
yeah.
best interpretation.
But creepy. Okay.
But at least half of the face is very recognizable as Angela Lansbury.
Okay.
And then because of the flash, as you kind of clear your eyes and look, she's gone.
Gone. Okay. I'm going to go back to the sleeping areas. Is anyone looking like they're kind of awake?
No.
I want to look around. Everyone looks dead asleep.
Yeah.
All right. I wake up Lillian. And I'm like, Lillian, oh, you look so comfortable. I'm so sorry. Listen, Lillian, you got to see this. Angela Lansbury was coming out of the margins. And I took a picture. I tried to do like how you taught me, but I think I messed it up. But look, here's this picture.
What time is it?
I guess it says 2:27 a.m. Which I realize now might have maybe I should have woke someone else up. But
Right,
Lillian, look, it's Angela Lansbury.
Wait, pass me a mirror. Oh, I'm
I grab
puffy.
her.
I am puffy. Oh no. Okay. Okay.
Can I open up, like, I know where she keeps her cooler, and she's got
yeah.
those like little eye things that are like on ice in her cooler, and I open it up. They're like really nice ones, and I open it up and I hand them to her.
Okay. Stick them on, and then so emergency over. What's the problem?
Angela Lansbury came out of the margins. Angela Lansbury was in the margins. I took a picture. And I hand her my peach phone. My fruit phone.
You know your medication, darling. Does it say don't mix it with alcohol?
Oh.
Let me-
Yeah.
In fact, it does.
But this really happened. I took a
Okay,
picture.
let me see. How's it see?
Normally, I would agree with you because you're right. I do drink a little too much wine while I'm on the meds, but I have a picture.
Okay, I'm just looking. I'm just zooming.
It does look remarkably, with the exception of the kind of the blurry part. The part that's in focus does look remarkably like Angela Lansbury.
You know what? That's a pretty good lookalike.
I know. No, it was well, yeah. Well, yours makes more sense, but her energy felt like Angela Lansbury. I know her energy.
Well, yes, we are. We would know her if we saw her on it. I get that. Where did she go?
I don't know. Well, because you know how you showed me to I didn't turn the flash off because I forgot, and then I hit the thing, and then I was like, I was like blinded by the light, and then I was like, wrapped up like a. No, I'm just kidding. But then I was like, and then she was gone.
So you got blinded by your own flash, and when you looked back, Angela Lansbury had gone.
She's very fast, though.
Oh, she's an old lady like us, darling. I can't.
Yeah, but she's dead.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she's a ghost and she's fast.
So you saw the ghost of Angela Lansbury, but outside margins for no reason. What? Like why?
Yeah, and completely corporeal.
And why would she come out of a door? If you're a ghost, wouldn't you go through a wall?
I don't know. I've never been a ghost.
I mean, you clearly heard, and what attracted your eyes over to the door of margins was like the door kind of jangling and the sound of a key going in a lock and the sound of the bolt being slid. So it was very physical.
She was completely corporeal. She was like she's a body. She had weight and mass to her.
Okay.
But how can that be? She's dead.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a really good lookalike. But what I think we should do is I think we need to wake up Carolyn and Nellie. But I would suggest in waking Carolyn, we get something long to poke her with.
Yeah.
Because I swear that woman's going to be sleeping with a knife or a gun. And I don't want to be on the other end of it. So I think a gentle waking up from a distance is probably the safest idea. Nellie, I think
what if I stand outside the prop tent and I just chuck Werthers at her from a distance? And she wakes up and she has treats and she won't shoot people.
Yeah. You could blow the smell of the Werthers toward her.
We could melt Werthers into a liquid.
In the fondue
and then create. Yes, we could make fondue Werthers. Surely that will wake her up.
Because she has got good smell. I know this because of her tracking. With Nellie, I think we just pull one blanket off at a time.
Yeah.
Slowly. Right. And eventually she'll become too chilly.
Yeah.
And she'll wake.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so while we melt the Werthers...
This seems like the easiest way to do this, I think.
100%.
I'm going to say that the excited conversation about this increasingly arcane plan is sufficient to wake Nellie.
Oh, Nellie, we had a whole plan. Do you want to help us make a Werther's fondue thing?
Oh, why are we making a Werther's fondue?
It's the only way to wake up Carolyn.
Oh, no. She'll wake up if you open a Werther's. Actually, here, look. And then the wrapper crinkles. I've had to wake her up in an
Crinkle
emergency
wrapper.
before.
Well, that wasn't as fun, but that worked. Okay, effective.
We can still make the fondue, though, if you want.
Enough. No one.
I think we should still try the fondue sometime, okay? Let's put it on the back burner for now, though. Not literally.
back
Please don't put it
burner, I
on
love
heat.
back burner fondue. Oh, I love it.
Get it?
What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
I just take the orders from Nelly.
Yeah.
Fondue. Mhm.
Good morning.
Oh, Marge
Yeah.
saw Angela
Oh!
Lansbury.
She's
That's
dead.
what we
Yeah,
were
she's
waking you up
dead.
to tell you. I completely forgot. Yeah, I know she's dead, but I saw her body and person and vibe and jingling the keys and locking the door. Angela Lansbury owns the margins.
Did
It's
you
the
mix
only
your wine
possible
and prescriptions again?
Oh, no. That's really
Show
bad
him
if you
the
mix the
picture.
prescriptions. Should I get out some
I'm
medicine? You need
so
additional
mad.
medicine?
I'm like, no, I took a picture.
Okay. See, Marge, pass me that. If you press this, it's the airdrop, and it'll go to all of our phones at the same time.
Which one is it? The one with
This one,
Hold
is it?
on. Oh
That
no, I'm in my hold on.
no,
I'm in
you've
my
got the-
pay
you've got
Oh,
friends.
sorry. I'll have to get
Oh,
my
gosh,
phone
dang
out.
it.
I charged
I have a
it up just for
Nokia.
this.
Oh,
I just have a brick.
well, anyway, here, just look at the picture.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. I was blinded by my own flash and she disappeared. I think she's just very quick.
Well, why don't we go to where you last saw her? And you're a good tracker, Carolyn. Maybe we can find her.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is a great plan.
Yes.
yes.
How can it go wrong?
Yes. I'm going to say Carolyn as the most kind of tactically aware. You probably notice more about how this figure is dressed.
Mhm.
Kind of a dark, oversized hoodie, which doesn't seem very Angela Lansbury-esque.
No.
And like maybe like dark jeans or something. But the like everyone else has been very focused on the face, right? And zooming into the face, but you kind of like want to get a sense of exactly where she was on the street, etc. And the clothing looks atypical to you. But then again, if it's a celebrity faked their own death and was skulking around, I don't know, doing nighttime cleanup at a local bookstore, maybe they would dress incognito.
I thought you usually wear what you died in. And I feel like Angela Lansbury would never be caught dead wearing this. I don't know fashion very well. I pointed out to Lillian.
Yeah.
Well, no, darling, but that's the point is she's probably not dead. This is probably either like a doppelganger or something. This is probably someone who looks like her or,
Possess somebody.
you know, we know in these mysteries.
Is it
there's a lot of
possible
doppelgangers.
that this person went to a doctor and got Angela Lansbury's face?
No, dear.
Face
That's
Off.
just the movie Face Off.
Oh,
I
that was a
love
good
that
one with that one
movie.
guy and that other guy.
Good.
What's his name? What's
That
his name?
Val
What's his
Kilmer,
name?
he's still handsome.
Oh,
Oh, I can't remember his name.
You wouldn't believe
John
how many
H.
times people asked us that at the clinic. It was constant.
Nick Travolta.
Nick Travolta. That does sound like
It's
it
close.
rings a bell.
yeah.
It always got me thinking though, if like your face is caused by your bone structure,
Mhm.
is it humanly possible to have your face put on somebody else's face and it
Oh,
still
yeah.
look like your face?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
get you some
Bone
bones.
structure
You
underneath.
just have to change the bones. Just take some of the bones with it.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds very painful.
It probably is very painful.
I wouldn't
But
do it.
fortunately, just a movie. This one is ghost possession, completely different.
Absolutely. Let's hunt some ghost gals.
So what happens?
We
Go out to where Marge last saw.
Oh, we arm ourselves first with the stuff that we brought. So we got knitting needles out.
Mhm.
Someone with an actual gun is ready.
Does anybody need some knives? I sharpened them last night.
I always
Don't-
have a large bag of fabrics and sewing kit.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget your crochet crosses, everybody.
Oh, right. I make sure that I have it on.
All right.
Fondue fork.
You're right. So, you make your way across the street to the sidewalk directly in front of Margins. There's not any obvious sign of a person. There's no, because it's sidewalk, there's no like trail or whatever. But Carolyn, you're going to try to track somehow?
I'm gonna try. I mean,
I
like,
think it's just a
I'm gonna track him.
medal.
yeah.
Because you're out at night, but this act itself is not particularly risky.
Yeah. Search for clue. It's not vitality, probably reason.
I think
would
reason.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, again, I can hunt animals, but that's because animals leave trails.
Right.
Ghosts don't usually leave trails, so I'm kind of working. It's not my best ability.
Wait,
It's in-
wait. Question. Is there any way that Peggy could help us, Nellie?
Does Marge know about Peggy? Does anyone know about Peggy?
I thought we all knew about Peggy, no?
Well, the audience knows.
Yeah.
And you were all there and saw
don't
the
think so.
resolution.
We see ghost yarn all the time, though,
Maybe.
when we're hanging out with her.
Maybe.
I just
I don't
don't
know.
think about it too much.
I don't know. I honestly don't know whether. I mean, everyone was there for the end of the last story, but I don't know. And I think it's up to Nellie whether it's a
You
thing that maybe people might have
probably-
noticed, but maybe not discussed, or if everyone just like
yeah,
knows.
you've probably noticed and seen the thing, like, because I did make a chair that said Peggy on it.
Oh yeah.
But if you ask, I'm just like, oh, she's helping out, and you're like the ghost, and I'm like, what? So,
Okay, so never mind. Then I will not use her as a resource. I didn't realize we didn't completely knew what was going on there. Okay.
It's probably one of those
Again,
things that everyone knows, but no one talks about it because it's super weird.
yeah,
Oh, because we're in
like that,
Minnesota.
yeah.
Because Minnesota
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
a
got
cute
8 on
chair
the
there.
Oh, great.
Anything you
Chair
want to
that
tell me about
you
that?
made.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
That's
much.
lovely.
All right.
Should
Nice
we
chair.
plan for another person at dinner? Or...
Oh no, don't be
Just
silly.
wondering.
Right?
Sometimes
Go
the local
haunted
kids
me.
just come and help me out,
Yeah.
Right. Exactly how
Unless
many
I see
people will be
Peggy.
living here?
So Carolyn, what was the result of your medal?
I got an 8. So it was I get some kind of a clue, but there's a complication. Twist.
Yes. Well, the good news is you are able to tell from the picture. You kind of ask Marge to see the picture again. You can kind of triangulate in your head because you got good spatial awareness and realize that Angela was heading off in a particular direction. So you lead the troop of murder mavens down and spend maybe 15 minutes looking. You don't find any sign of her, but you do find in the bushes a dark charcoal tracksuit or hoodie and sweatpants kind of situation.
These are her. She's naked. There's a naked ghost out.
Oh my god. I can't. I don't know if I
Scandalous.
can deal with the idea of finding a naked Angela Lansbury roaming around town.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That's not the way any celebrity wants to go.
Well, maybe we need to find her and get her one of Nellie's blankets.
Yep. Maybe it's a shape changer.
What?
Shape changer? I don't know.
Carolyn, those aren't real, are they?
But
I don't know.
hold on a minute. If it's a ghost, you thought it was a ghost. It can't be a ghost if it was wearing clothes.
But no,
Yeah,
it's not
no,
real.
I said maybe it's a ghost because she's dead, but she was corporeal. So I'm guessing it was just Angela Lansbury.
She's a vampire and she
not.
turned into a bat.
Oh, wait, those aren't real either. Gosh dang it, Carolyn.
That does seem likely.
Vampires in Brindlewood? Yeah, right.
Carolyn, can you do something like? I know it sounds weird, but can you get a scent off those clothes or anything?
Like I'm a
Yeah, are you a
tracking
hound dog?
dog.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't know. I've never tracked a deer before. I don't know how it works.
I absolutely can. All right.
How
Carolyn
dare you? Yes, I can do that.
hunkers down on the side of the street and starts sniffing this tracksuit.
Out in the bush.
It smells like fabric softener.
Mhm. Game.
And like it doesn't smell like dirty, but it smells like a person, right? So and there's a
Like general person oil.
yeah, and then there's fabric softener, and there's a little bit of smell of people, and there is a mild smell of smoke, like cigarette smoke.
She's not a smoker, but it's corporeal. I didn't know Angela Lansbury to be a smoker.
I think
Right.
everyone in Hollywood smoked at some point, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Back then.
I relayed the sense back to the gals.
Well, obviously, Angela Lansbury was in this sweatsuit, and maybe she was over at the old IHOP, and somebody was smoking outside, and I mean, you never know. It's all explainable, but I saw Angela Lansbury.
Mm.
Why did she take her clothes off? And where did she go?
Why did I find a bundle of clothes in the downtown of a city and start sniffing it?
Where's Nellie?
I'm so glad I didn't have water in my mouth. I would have spat that everywhere there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The clock tower chimes
Well,
11.
We gotta go.
It's 3 a.m. now.
11, 3.
Yeah,
it's
it's
3
always
a.m.?
wrong. It's always wrong.
Oh, okay. I
It
was
prompts
really
you to check
confused.
your watch or your phone, and it's almost 3.
Right. I would also like to make a note that there are absolutely no other people lined up to see this author.
Not at 3 a.m.
No, like, yeah,
Yeah,
there's no one there.
You're the
There
only
was no
people who are
purpose
camped
for
out.
us to camp out.
Yeah, 100%.
This is
People
just
don't
a
start
ploy.
showing up until like noon 30.
Oh,
I do this every Tuesday. This is just
That's true. You have been asking us to do it for a long time.
Well, this tracksuit is probably evidence. So we'll just put it in an evidence bag.
her shade evidence back.
yes.
Yeah, it's a blanket. So we'll just use a stick and put the clothes into a blanket and then bundle the blanket up.
This makes sense for the story, but it makes no sense in real life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hands into the pockets and see what I find. It's a needle.
Yeah, don't.
No,
Maybe we should turn them out instead of reaching in.
I think you find a gum wrapper. Spearmint.
For the smoker.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know if Angela Lansbury had dentures?
I'm guessing yes.
I have no idea.
Did you come with dentures? I don't they pull your dentures out?
Might.
George used to have dentures, but he used this like Quickcrete stuff that he would put up on there, and it wouldn't budge.
Oh.
A man loved his gum.
That's fair.
He hid it under the table when we ate.
Okay, so here's a question. From the smell of the sweatsuit, can we follow the naked person?
There's zero chance.
All right, maybe we should just go back to bed.
I mean,
maybe we'll see him around the shop tomorrow.
We'll say Marge sniffs the air and then realizes, I am not, in
I
fact,
just smell
a dog.
A bloodhound.
I can't do this.
No.
Something smells like wine, though. What's that about? Oh.
And I realize it's because I spilled it it's just like soaked into my where I fell asleep with it. Oh, that's why I smell. That's a nice Pinot.
So what happens now?
I guess, are we just going back to bed then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
You just have a nice ghost picture. It's fine.
Well, and maybe if it's the person that closed up the shop, perhaps they'll be coming back for the thing tomorrow, and we can just see, is this just a person that looks like Angela Lansbury a lot that happens to work here? Or is this
in the middle of the street?
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe they had an outfit underneath, you know? I've seen some of the wrestler guys. They always wear clothes and then the sweatshirts and then bags and then sweatshirts again and then they run.
A very awful picture of Angela Lansbury as a wrestler in my head now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
From the top rope.
Sure.
I mean, the only other thing we could do is check the door to see if it was meddled with at all or if it was actually locked up properly. That's the only thing we could do, I suppose.
Yeah.
You swing by and it's, jingled a little bit. It's locked.
Well, the shop is secure. So we've done our job.
We've done our due diligence. Let's go to bed.
All right. You do. You are awakened. I mean, you ladies tend to wake up pretty early.
Yeah, we do.
You tend to wake up with the sun. So, and probably having a little excursion in the middle of the night meant that it was maybe a bit hard to get back to sleep. So you're probably all a bit worse for wear.
Yeah.
Except possibly for Carolyn, who can sleep in a foxhole if she needs to.
Right.
I have like fried cakes.
I offer everyone some eye cream.
Yeah. I accept because I respect what Lillian says it does.
Yep. Nope. She's looking for our best interest.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on before I put on the oil paint for my wharf.
Right.
Thanks for this eye cream. Now I'm gonna do this. Also, we probably wake up like what do you think? Like 6 is when we finally are like, we're not sleeping well or whatever. So we get up maybe.
Cakes.
I think for sure there's still nobody lined up.
Oh God, no. No.
So, but I'm not going to mention it because I really wanted to camp out outside. So I'm going to hope nobody else notices. And I'm going to start talking about eating food and having tea and getting excited for the signing.
Yes.
I'm going to hope Carolyn makes something delicious for breakfast.
Yeah.
Hot
She's
cakes,
over there like cooking.
griddles,
Yeah, I was going to say
hash
eggs
browns.
on the
And some
cast
coffee.
iron
and tea.
work. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A nice southwestern scramble.
Mm.
So
And
it's a
I'm
lovely Sunday
assuming Nelly
morning.
has
Go ahead.
blankets. that we can put out. Yeah. And Lillian brought like good picnic stuff too. So we're set.
Yeah.
This is like a beautiful little spread. And we are gonna brunch it up or breakfast it up.
Yes, all the morning joggers just kind of jog by. What?
They're like, these people
Yeah, I
are
think we're
so
all
weird.
sat outside the tent looking at the sunrise, drinking our tea, cooking on the stove,
Waving at people.
under Nellie's blankets on our laps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's a lovely kind of comfortable, it's a brisk morning. So you all feel somewhat invigorated and eat and chat. And now
Listen to more Angela Lansbury on tape.
now it's like 8 a.m. and it's done. And you've
A
got
cop car cruises by.
right?
Hi,
You get-
Polly.
See, Polly. What are you doing?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Just checking on you. And now you've got like 4 hours to go.
Mm.
It's like we were here real early, and of course no one, and maybe there's a few people who are kind of attracted because they see a velvet rope and a red carpet in front of the bookstore and like stop to look at it, and of course one of probably Marge is like, oh, that's us. It's like, okay, I didn't even know what was happening here, but I was wondering why there's a velvet rope on the street. So it's a bit anticlimactic because no one shows through the entirety of the morning until noon. This kind of emo young girl who you might know, Saoirse, shows up. Apparently she has a part-time job at the bookstore, and she shows up to open it and kind of looks at the rug and looks at the velvet rope and just starts to clear it away. She's like, someone left some junk here. What's this about? So she starts to, you see her moving it away.
Oh,
Excuse me.
She turns around and looks, and then like for the first time notices that there's a bunch of old ladies in a giant tent across the street. Yeah, can I help you?
We are spaces 1 through 4. We've reserved it. That's what. Can you leave that, please?
For what?
Thank you. For the signing.
What?
For the signing. For the book signing.
You're,
Amanda Delacroix. Hello.
I have no idea who that is.
I think there's a poster.
And she'll,
Are you illiterate?
you indicate behind her. She turns and looks, and she goes,
You don't know
Oh.
Delacroix, darling.
well, right. Oh, well, no one told me. Look, I'm just here to open up. So,
Well,
whatever.
and you're not Angela Lansbury.
Who?
Nothing, dear.
Oh, she said, hey.
No, Angela Lane's.
Oh my God, this place is going to hell in a handbasket.
So yeah, she'll the good news is she'll leave your velvet rope and your placeholders in place and kind of, it's not even worth having this conversation. And she will open up the door, and she will go in. What happens?
Are we going to take down the tents before or after the signing?
I personally would leave it up in case any of us need to have a little rest in case it takes too long.
Fair, fair.
A place to retreat you when the paparazzi arrive.
Yes. But also, you know, normally, I don't know about you girls, but normally I have a little cheeky afternoon nap. And it's already, you know, getting towards that time.
True.
To be honest.
Well,
Yes,
who
what
makes
vision's
the
for?
signing at 2 p.m.? That's prime nap time, you know? They didn't think about this at all.
It's like they didn't know their audience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like middle of the night for us. We're up at 3 a.m., but we cannot make it to 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's true.
We
That's
cannot.
too
I'm
much.
very tired. I had to skip church for this.
That's true. Nellie's feeling very guilty about skipping church. And you're reminded as a little bit after noon, you see a number of your friends from church, probably who had after church brunch at the Sweet and Sour Cafe, walking by, again, being very, oh, sorry to miss you at service today, Nellie. Like pregnant pause as they wait for you to explain what you're doing.
Yeah. So like, oh no, just hanging out with the girls here today.
Oh, I see. Well, have a good time. Hope to see you at church next week.
Yes, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. And then immediately
Oh
go
my
into
God's house is everywhere, girls.
as the gaggle moves down the street, the idyllic calm of a early Sunday morning, early Sunday afternoon in Willow Park is shattered by a scream from within the Margins bookstore.
Oh no.
Let's hustle, gals.
We hustled.
Maybe they found Angela Lansbury's naked body.
We power walk across the street.
Yes, Marge yells that out just as the ladies from Nellie's church are going around the corner, and they kind of all stop and look at Marge like,
Sorry, Nellie.
it's fine.
It's okay. I'll just expect extra prayers next week.
Yes. As you race across the street,
Not too fast.
To find Angela Lansbury's naked body.
Good body.
Saoirse comes out looking pale.
Are you okay, dear?
There-
We heard a
there's a-
Angela
scream.
Lansbury?
There's a lady.
Is it Angela Lansbury?
I
Is
don't
she
know who that
naked?
is. Maybe.
Does she smell like smoke?
I didn't
don't worry.
sniff a dead body. There's a dead body.
Is she
Marge?
naked?
Marge's
No.
son works for the police, so we're experts at this. We'll take it from here. No, Marge, go in.
Oh, right. Yes. I just go.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So she's just like, I'm
Crime
out of
murder
here.
investigation.
Minimum wage is not worth this. And Saoirse may
Don't
have
worry,
other
we'll take
reasons
care
not
of
to get
it.
involved with the police. For reasons.
Yeah.
So we'll just say she takes off. So you have a few moments. Now the screaming and the scream and the resultant bustle from the ladies has not failed to attract some attention. But you do have a short period of time where you may meddle if you would like.
Heck yeah.
Before
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
responsible
Heck yeah.
citizen investigates.
Well, we read so much mysteries. We know how to handle
Yes, clearly.
crime scenes.
What's the
Definitely.
body look like?
Oh, so you go inside. Everything looks fine. So you poke around for a little bit, and then you open up a door to what is probably like an office in the back. And there, laying on the floor, in a pool of blood, with a cracked skull, is Amanda Delacroix.
Oh no. Horrified. She is wearing clothes, right?
She is.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have to sniff her. Woo! Good. It's not how you want to meet your heroes. Dead and sniffed.
Hold on, did Angela Lansbury kill Amanda Delacroix?
It's a murder mystery, girls.
It is a murder mystery.
Have we got the murderer's clothes in a blanket in the tent?
I hope not.
Probably.
Because that is
Oh, Paulie's going to be so mad at us again.
Yeah.
all right. Just be careful when we're investigating. Don't touch anything. And look around for clues.
Metal.
Metal it.
Let's see. 6. What am I looking around for clues for? With.
This would be a good time to use a boon if you need to.
I think I'll use composure because
Yeah.
this is our beloved hero
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
dead before us.
Well, yeah.
What do we got for boons? I can make it better. I got an 8 without anything, which is fine. But what if there was less complications?
Yes. So we have 3 minor boons. You could use 2 of those to kick it up to a 10, or you could use a
Yeah,
major
I'll
to
do that.
reroll.
I'll use 2 to make it a 10.
All right. If you will spend those. Excellent.
Yes.
All right. So that gets you to a lovely 10 on your meddling move. So yes. You don't get a void clue, which is fine.
Yeah.
So, and you're just like, I assume, calmly surveying the area, making sure not
Yeah.
to step in the blood or leave any,
Yeah.
your certitude and composure guide you to not make any rash decisions. The thing that you notice as the most obvious clue, or you notice 2 things. One is there is no apparent murder weapon. Or no, 3 things. 1, there is no apparent murder weapon. 2,
She has a cracked skull,
yes.
but we don't. There's nothing around that just like
Yes.
has blood on it.
Right.
Okay.
2, the ring of keys that Saoirse used to open up the store is still in the door to this office. Meaning she unlocked this door, opened the door, saw the body, freaked out. The keys are still
Yeah.
dangling from the door.
I will be taking those keys.
All right.
No. Don't take the keys.
No.
That's evidence.
Nelly,
It's fine. It's
trust me. These are gonna come in handy later.
I have no moral issues with this.
Yeah.
Okay, but how can we prove it was a locked room murder mystery if there wasn't keys in the door?
Nelly, here's what we'll do. I'll take them for now. I'll put them in this little crocheted mitten you made me as an evidence bag, and I'll just hold on to them. And if they come up later, we'll talk to him about it. But I'm just for safekeeping, Nelly, for safekeeping.
Okay, for safekeeping.
The third thing you notice, Nellie, is that Amanda Delacroix is dressed tastefully. Kind of a little bit of a Chanel-esque pantsuit sort of situation. Kind of a dusty rose. Her hair is immaculately coiffed, as you would expect. She looks quite peaceful lying there. But one thing stands out. Like, she's got some lovely kitten heels on, but one of them was kind of kicked off and whatever scuffle occurred. The one thing that stands out about her attire is that she is wearing a very baroque pinky ring. Ruby. Looks to be very old and handmade.
Oh my gosh, the ring.
Yes, I remember this ring
Is it the
because I
same?
looked at it with binoculars. It is the same
Yeah, it's hard
It
to tell if
looks
it's
the same.
exactly the same, but it is certainly.
because I didn't see the other one.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good look at it, but like you don't have that to compare with, so you can't be sure that it's exactly the
Right.
same, but it's certainly of an extremely similar make.
Okay.
Is there another way out of this office?
There's
Is
one
there,
door into
like-
the office.
Is there like a big, like really obvious vent that you could like pop off and walk through the like air ducts?
It's a modern kind of drop ceiling, so there is vent work up there, at
Okay.
least back here in the kind of office and storage area.
Okay.
As you were heading back in this direction, you did see like an exit sign pointing towards the back, and there's an employee only sign back there, probably where they keep the stock. So there, it would be common for there to be a rear entrance. But there's only one door that comes into the small office.
Okay. So there's no is there anything that looks like it's out of place or might have like a fingerprint on it or something
Who knows?
immediately in the office?
Who knows?
Can I call Polly? Should we call Polly?
Probably.
Okay, I'll call Polly.
He's the expert at these sorts of things.
Yeah. Hey,
But he learned it from you.
Polly.
Oh, hey there,
It's
Mom.
Marge. Or yeah, it's Mom. And hey, you know how we were gonna go to that signing, and we camped out and it was a really nice time with the girls.
You didn't set nothing on
and,
fire, did you, Ma?
Well, no, not a fire this time. But there may be, well, listen, my hero's dead and she's in the office at Margins. Polly, I don't know what happened, but I need you to come here. We got a dead body.
He's like, again?
I know I told you it wouldn't happen again, but it did, Polly.
Well, stay right where you are. Don't touch nothing, Ma.
Oh, yeah, no. I haven't touched anything.
Where are you right now?
I'm standing above the dead body.
Get out of there.
Okay. I'll meet you at the front door.
Okay.
Love you. Drive safe.
All right. You hear within probably 30 seconds a siren start because this is a very small little village. And the combination police station and fire station is, only about 5 blocks away. So you hear Polly's cruiser fire up and the sirens go, and then he makes the short jaunt here and pulls up. He immediately wants to know what you were doing. What you saw.
Well, here's the wild thing, Polly. We were having breakfast in the park, having a nice little, Carolyn. You know how Carolyn is on the old skillet. And she is just, firing up some amazing eggs. And, there's probably extra. Are you hungry, Polly? Do you need food, Polly? We've got a hot dish, too.
There was just a murder, Ma.
Oh, no,
Have
yeah,
some
you're
blue
right.
cheese
You're right.
puffs in my pocket.
Oh, and we almost made a Werther. Okay, you're right. There's more important things. So we were hanging out and we saw that Saoirse, that girl, the little girl from the, and she was opening the place and she went in, screamed immediately and came right back out and said there was a dead woman. And we asked if it was Angela Lansbury and was she naked, but it wasn't. And so then we went in to see what happened. And sure, the little girl, she ran, which now looking back on it looks pretty suspicious, but she did take off. And turns out, yeah, it's Amanda Delacroix, darling.
So Meg throws Zodi right under the bus. I think Saoirse did it.
Listen, it was really suspicious.
Well, she did scream. She was very scared.
She went right in and right out. I don't think she actually did it, Polly. I'm just saying I probably would have run too. It's scary to see your first body. Luckily, I've seen a few, so it didn't completely rattle me. Anyway, that's how we got here.
Go back a second there, Ma. Angela Lansbury?
Oh, we saw a ghost
Polly.
last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it took off its clothes and put them in the dumpster. We have them if you want to run them to the lab.
It smells
it
like
in-
cigarettes and gain.
I put it in an evidence bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, show her
Okay.
the picture.
Oh, I get out my peach phone. I'm like, look. And I zoom in. I'm like, look.
I mean, I guess that kind of looks like Angela Lansbury.
That is Angela Lansbury.
Ma, Angela
Although,
Lansbury's
yeah.
dead.
I know.
Well,
But
now she is.
That's
that's
why
what-
we said she was a ghost.
Yeah. Or maybe a naked person. We don't know.
Ma, were you
'Cause
mixing your meds again?
You
Holly,
know
she
I
was
was.
mixing
This
meds.
was
Yeah, we talked
after.
about that. We talked about
Listen,
it.
about
yes, normally, and I was, but I was sober by 3, probably.
Okay, so you woke
I
up
got
in
a
the
picture,
you woke up in the middle of the
Polly. I got a
night
picture.
and you took a picture of Jogger who kind of looks like Angela
I
Lansbury.
took a picture of Angela. Well, they were leaving the shop. They
Locking
weren't
it up?
jogging. They were locking up
okay.
and leaving the shop.
Okay.
And it was Angela Lansbury
So
in a
you think
sweatsuit.
Angela Lansbury's alive and works the night shift at the local bookstore?
No, she's a
No.
ghost that possessed someone who works
Yeah.
the night shift at the local.
And then took
Okay.
off all of their sweatsuit.
Okay,
And made
well,
them smoke cigarettes.
I'll put the word out for the guys to keep their eyes out for a
APB.
naked person possessed by the ghost of Angela Lansbury.
Good.
Yep. Good. Paul, you're such a good kid.
So
I appreciate you.
He always takes us serious. I appreciate
He
that.
really
Yeah.
does, you know?
okay, so Ma, this is now a crime scene, so you should probably, head back home.
Oh, right. Are you hungry?
No, I'm good. I'm on duty.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming so quick.
And
Yeah,
you
we'll
know, I
just get
can
out of
have
your
some. I
hair.
can have some of the fellows pick up your tent and stuff for you, if you'd like.
Don't touch my tent.
Oh no, we might take a little nap later. Don't worry about it, Polly dear.
No, you can't be in the park next to a crime scene there,
it's
Ma.
fine. No, it's fine.
Well,
we'll
it's
just
across the
take,
street.
it's not even like we're living there. We're just gonna take naps. You're silly, Polly. You're a good kid.
You know, Paul, I've
Oh,
always
gee,
said
Ma.
it's important to take naps whenever you can, Polly. You know, as life goes on, it gets very busy, and it's important to take a minute and like slow down if you need to. You know,
Slow down, take a
Especially
nap.
after you've just seen a body.
yeah.
That's the first
I
thing you
know
want to do
a lot
after a
of
body.
When
If you
I see bodies,
find the dead body of your icon, just take a nap, literally across the street.
Yeah, we'll be
Took it
fine.
out of, took it out of us.
yeah,
Honestly.
don't touch Carolyn's tent. Carolyn will take care of it. But also, we're gonna leave. We're leaving now. And I turn and I like wink at Lillian. We're leaving now.
I think that's probably for the best, Ma.
Okay, great. I have the keys though. So we get out of the office and I'm like, should we take a look at the storage room and stuff and see if there's anything weird in there?
Well, maybe we should come
About
back
the nap.
there when the police are gone. They're about to
Let's
all be
nap
up
and
in
then
there.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a nap
Nap.
and see how
And
long
then-
it takes them to close this place down.
Yeah.
I am very puffy.
We need to take care of Lillian's eyes. That's important.
true.
Gotta keep her looking
Have
good.
some cucumbers in one of the coolers. We can all
Yeah.
dip them on, have a little snooze.
We all go to the tents and lay like perfectly like and put our eye things on. And we take a nap.
Well, I assume one of us should stay up and, you know,
And we'll
just keep an
sit
eye on
alone.
those
It's
police
probably
guys.
Fine, right?
You rotate.
Okay, that works. Carolyn will probably just watch the whole time. Let's be serious.
That's probably true.
Just fall asleep with my eyes open, holding a gun.
Right? You're posted up with an assault rifle across
Yeah.
the street, which is maybe a little bit weird when the state police show up.
Right. It's fine.
It's like, is this a hostage situation? Why are old ladies across the street?
With guns.
Right. It's like Waco, but weird. So because Carolyn is awake, the state trooper will come over and question you, Carolyn. He raises his hands. Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to put away the rifle. You got a license for that thing?
Yes, I do. I give him the right. I give him the. Yeah.
All right.
I never miss it.
I take it that you ladies discovered a body?
Yes. Well, we didn't discover it, but we
What?
immediately we followed up right afterwards with it.
So why don't you start from the beginning, ma'am? What
Okay.
What are you doing in a
So,
tent in
My
town
husband
square?
and I were out hunting. Oh. So We love murder mysteries. Have you ever heard of Amanda Delacroix?
Amanda Delacroix. That
Yes.
appears to be the victim, ma'am.
I know. Anyways, we heard that she was going to do a book signing, and so we brought all of our books because we have about 160 or so. So we were going to have her sign each and every one because we saw the advert, and then we were all like, how do we make sure that we get there in time? And I've been trying to get them to go camping with me forever. So this was a perfect opportunity to get them all to go camping. So we all go camping. But I make Lillian's eyes puffy, and I felt bad about
Is that the remains of a campfire in the middle of a sidewalk, ma'am?
Yes. I always put the embers out before I go to sleep. That's responsible husbandry.
All right, he makes a note.
Do you have a license to forest, son?
Sure.
Good. Anyways, so we then go on, and then Marge wakes up, and then she sees Angela Lansbury's ghost in sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And we're like, whoa, what's that? So we then run around, and then we find a pile of clothes. The same clothes, but no Angela Lansbury ghost. So there's a naked ghost of Angela Lansbury running around. If you see her, tell us no. We go back to sleep, because I'm like
It's just the ghost of a actress.
'Cause we're old.
Okay.
No, not because of ghosts. Who cares about a ghost? Come on.
Yeah, not because of the ghost. We're tired. We're old.
It's like 3 a.m.
All
Why don't you
right.
go to sleep?
All right.
Anyways, we wake up, and then we're getting ready. The little girl comes to unlock the shop. She goes inside, screams, runs out. We go in. We think it's dead Angela Lansbury, but no, it's dead Angela, whatever her name is, Delacroix.
Amanda Delacroix.
Amanda Delacroix. And then Marge calls her son Polly.
And that's where we are.
But we got tired, so we took a nap.
Yeah, and then we got tired, so we took a nap.
I'm going to need everyone's name and address. I'm sure someone will want to follow up with your riveting eyewitness tales.
Just give me a call ahead of time so I can disarm the booby traps.
Noted. He writes something. You can kind of peek over the side. He's like domestic terrorism, mental evaluation. He's like question mark. He's a little confused. And then Polly will come over and the officer come back here, and you can see him animatedly kind of going, oh, that's fine, whatever. And he does this a couple of times. And then he sees Marge looking at him. He's like, so he's trying to stop you ladies from being pulled in for questioning by the state police.
I'm just waving at Polly.
Yeah.
We have some leftover griddle cakes. You hungry?
I'm trying to feed all the state troopers.
The state troopers are not
I've got
having.
plates.
Yeah, they're not having any of it. But the growing crowd of looky-loos are more than happy to be entertained. So you set up an impromptu food truck out of your tent and are busy feeding the
Serving hot dishes.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, everyone is pressing you for details about what happened. So,
Did we just go, we're like spreading the story of the naked Angela? That's the part that we keep telling.
yeah.
We just keep telling
Angela
everyone there has to be a naked Angela Lansbury ghost somewhere.
We're
We're
grieving.
like this close to being put into a home.
Yeah,
Like this close.
for sure.
It's so close.
Next episode is
The only reason you get away with it is you've got a photo.
Yeah.
and you do, and you show them. People go, "Well, I guess that kind of looks like Angela Lansbury."
Yeah, exactly. Naked Angela Lansbury.
it's
Be
like-
on the lookout.
It's like, but
Bolo.
people sometimes look like other people. You know,
But we know everybody in town.
Photo.
Yeah, and this person is Angela Lansbury.
I mean, most people are like, no, I mean, if you show it to the state police, they'll acknowledge, or the one of them that knows who you're talking about, the older
Yeah,
one. Well, you know, it's like,
none of the
it
other ones even know.
kind of looks like her, but you know,
Mrs.
sometimes
Potts. Oh, you guys are the worst.
Sometimes people look like people. I think it's more likely this is maybe someone who looks a little bit like someone else as opposed to a dead celebrity that is now wandering around the country possessing random people in the Midwest and then
making
taking
them
off.
take their clothes off.
Is that so strange?
You know,
Is that so strange?
it kind of is.
Well,
You're
we're
right.
not the ones doing it.
But it's true.
Well, the good news is, I think the state police decided you're harmless.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, maybe sorry that 3 of the 4 of you are harmless, and they don't want to make the evening news, so they don't harass Carolyn too much.
3 out of the 4 of you.
Because
The other one might be domestic terrorists. We
because
don't know.
Carolyn's better armed than any of them,
Mm,
so they don't want to cause a scene. But yes, you are encouraged and eventually agree to pack up your little catering business, little impromptu catering business in town square, and head home. What happens?
well, I think we pour one out for Amanda Delacroix, probably. We're
Yeah.
back at Nellie's having drinks again, but this time we're mourning Amanda Delacroix instead of Angela Lansbury.
Oh no.
I know. This is the worst week ever.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think we should go back to the bookstore, but I mean, we can wait. But I got the keys if we want to go back.
I think we should go back.
Yes.
But-
Yes.
So
Did we give Polly the sweatsuit?
No, he didn't want that.
Okay.
yeah, he
So
didn't
it's
seem to
still
take
in
it
the
Can
super
we do
seriously.
something with the sweatsuit?
I'm sorry?
Can we do something with the sweatsuit? Is there anything
mean-
else we can get off of it? Nothing was in the
Gonna wash
pocket.
it.
Some gum.
We could
Donate
donate
it.
Sounds like the opposite of what we're supposed to do, Nellie.
We could donate it to the little box at the church.
Yeah, we
Looks
could
warm.
donate it.
I think
Oh
maybe
my
just
goodness.
keep it here for now.
Okay.
That's fine.
Are
We
there
can
any
just-
tests we can run on it?
Do we
know?
have any lab
Can I-
equipment?
Can I Google like tests you can do on? Well, I mean, my daughter's a science teacher. We could Google tests you can do on clothing. You know, you never know.
Well, we
I don't
could
find
shine a
anything, though.
UV light on it or something.
Ooh, we could do that.
Does anyone have a UV light? Look, Carolyn.
Yeah, I do.
Probably so. Probably so.
Every time. It's how I mark my trails at night so I can always go back and find it. All right. I can get my little like UV. It's like a little handheld baton.
Yeah.
Just kind of run it over. Anything popping up?
No.
No blood spatters, no nothing.
No blood spatter.
All
I
right,
mean, there might
maybe
be a
we're
little bit
barking
of
up the
something
wrong
like around
tree.
like a little tiny bit of something around like the collar or this, like anywhere where it have rubbed and like picked up
Right.
on like skin or whatever. But you know,
Nothing out of the ordinary.
you know, if you, because it's very dark fabric, I think probably the suspicion was you might find blood spatter, but there's nothing that would read like that.
Mm. Maybe we're barking up the wrong tree. Maybe this sweatsuit isn't gonna do us any good. We'll
And-
hold on to it just in case, though, I think.
And Nellie, since you investigated the murder scene, you didn't intentionally examine it very closely, but you do recall clearly that the blood was quite liquid.
Like it was fresh.
Right, it hadn't dried, and none of you are forensics experts, but you have read enough and watched enough murder mystery to realize that if the figure you saw leaving the Margins bookstore was leaving after murdering Amanda Delacroix, that the blood would have coagulated between 3 a.m. or 2 something a.m.
Right.
and a little bit after noon the next day.
So
So-
this person she must have gotten killed like almost right before Saoirse got there.
sometime between your escapade with the ghost of Miss Lansbury and Saoirse opening the store at noon
Okay.
the next day.
Okay. We go get alibis? No, I'm just kidding. We just become detectives. Polly would be so mad. I need to know where you were between the hours of 3 and noon.
Yes. And I will say that that afternoon, Polly will call you and does show up. We'll say everyone's gathered over at Lillian's house. And Polly and a state trooper do come, and they take official statements from you all. Grill you a bit. But really, aside from the encounter with the ghost of Angela Lansbury that you keep showing the picture to, and the state trooper's like, whatever. The young one keeps saying, "Who is this lady? Is this a suspect, boss?" It's like, no, it's not a suspect. Your timelines and stories line up, and they do grill you, like, did you see anyone else suspicious? Did you see anyone entering or leaving the Martins books? And you can honestly answer that you didn't. So it doesn't help them a lot in terms of narrowing down the time, and they'll have to rely on a coroner for that. But they do ask you not to leave
security
town.
cameras set up then. We asked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there any like cams in the back? Because we didn't really see anything go out the front. But what is there? You said there was a back entrance to the place, right? So like, is there any video coverage in the back of the place so we can see if anyone went in and out of there?
The state trooper will say, "We're investigating, ma'am. Don't worry." But does not give you any details as to their investigation.
No, that wasn't helpful at all. These cops aren't nearly as friendly as ours. They're not giving us any information.
Well, and none of these are your sons, so.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. My son is a good boy.
We'll say that they question you for about an hour. What are your plans?
Well, I mean, I guess we're not going to the signing anymore.
Well, that's long past, besides the fact that she's dead.
Yeah.
Just wait until they think they're done, and we'll just go back and check out the bookstore for evidence.
Sounds good.
Maybe they have more of those cheese puffs.
Maybe not.
Are you going back now, or are you waiting for tonight?
I mean, probably the night.
Yeah.
Especially if there are cameras going, because it will definitely be on them. And it's super suspicious to go back to a crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's what you're going to do.
Maybe we can find that girl and ask her if there's cameras.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to let people know of our plan if we're planning on breaking into a crime scene.
We don't have to tell her that.
I
We
could
just
probably
need to
work
ask
it
her.
into conversation.
Yeah. Hey, does your job have any security
I could probably be
cameras?
like, oh, that's wild what happened the other night. Well, maybe they can catch them on the security cameras.
All right.
Oh, you could try, but maybe without the inflection.
Oh, right, Lillian. Okay. You think it's too much?
I think that might be. I think
You gotta put your arms out when you say it.
Is it?
No,
Or is it not enough because we're in Minnesota and everyone
Is it
just...
too much? Yeah. Is it not nice enough?
Yes.
Well, the good news
Inflection.
is that Gilly knows who Saoirse is.
Right.
So you're able to give your daughter a call and, do your sympathy routine to get some information about this poor school age girl who discovered a murder and probably needs.
I just want to make sure she's okay, and I want to bring her a hot dish.
Of course.
I just want to, God, I can't imagine going through that with just being a little girl,
Yes. So we'll say that you all arrive at Saoirse's house. The door is answered by her father, who looks somewhat confused to see these elderly ladies coming to talk to his child.
Well, I'm probably just gonna. Do I know this person just as a general person in town?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then I'll
Oh, that's
probably
that's not true. You know that you know that he is some sort of. You're not super into the town politics. You know that he is some sort of like government employee.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably have seen him, but it's not anyone that you've ever spoken to.
Well, hello, sir.
Yeah,
We're
you go,
here.
Nelly. You're better.
Oh yeah, we ran into your daughter this morning after the tragic incident in the bookstore, and she seemed kind of distressed. And we wondered if we could talk with her for a bit, offer her some comfort. I mean, it's probably very distressing to see a dead body.
Dead body? What are you talking about?
Oh,
I made a hot dish.
There was a
All right.
murder this morning at the bookstore
murder?
she works at.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Oh, it'll probably be in the paper tomorrow.
Behind him, up the hall, or actually coming down the stairs behind him, you see Saoirse. She has a strange look on her face, and she says, "Everything's okay, Dad." And then he goes, "Everything's okay," and just sets the hot dish down and walks away.
Well, that was weird.
That's terrifying. I hate this.
Not all of us going for those crocheted crosses on our necks for any reason.
Yeah, right. Saoirse, I brought you a hot dish, honey. Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess I'm out of a job, right?
Oh, but why would you be out of a job? You didn't kill her, did you?
Well, they're probably going to close the bookstore, right?
Oh, it'll probably just be
somebody
temporary.
died in it? Oh no, this is America. The corporations they just keep going. They don't care about murder. Now I do I'm really, it's so unfortunate this has happened in our town. In this new building. Do you think that they're going to be able to hopefully they can get information off the security cams either at the front door or maybe at a rear exit, maybe those security cams?
I don't think there are any.
Oh, there's no security cameras,
no.
huh?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, hopefully they get those installed, sometime after tonight.
Yeah, Mr. Ethos was in a real rush to get the whole thing open.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate. Well, I hope it doesn't go unsolved.
Oh, do you know Mr. Erthos?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to him. He put up a help wanted, and I applied, and so I had to interview with him.
What's he like?
I mean, I guess
Is he
he's
a good
nice.
boss?
I mean, I guess so.
How are the benefits? Do you get benefits?
No, it's just a part-time thing. I've been trying to reach him all day. Let him know what
You
happened.
haven't gotten a hold of him, huh?
Mm-mm.
He hasn't answered his phone or anything.
Nope.
You know where he lives?
Nope.
Is he single?
But-
No, he's married.
Oh, what's his wife like?
I don't know. I never met her.
But you have his phone number, eh?
Yeah.
Great.
He was wearing a ring in a different spot, wasn't he?
Oh no, yeah, that weird ring that he always creeped me out.
So, maybe you should give me his number so I can make him a hot dish. I feel so bad that, the opening of his store went so poorly.
Yeah, sure. She'll
Yes.
pull out her phone and write it down on a sticky note and hand it to you.
Nice. All right. Well, enjoy that hot dish, dear. When you're done with the dish, you can just keep it. Tell your
Smells like cat
dad.
food. Sort of
Yeah,
like-
you can put it in. Yeah, it's you can feed it to animals too. It's good for everyone.
Yep. Built Strong's bones.
Right. As the door closes, you just see Saoirse's mom and dad just kind of standing in the hallway, just staring, absolutely still.
All right. Well, do you have a
see.
lovely home?
Yeah.
Thanks, creak latch. What did I tell you about opening the door? Anyway, like, something weird going on there that is out of the scope of this particular investigation.
Yeah, weird. All right, let's go.
I never want to come back here, guys.
Right.
Well, that was uncomfortable. I'm glad I told her to keep the dish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happens?
Well, now
let's
we
to
can
the
go.
bookstore then.
Yeah, there's no cameras. We're free to go.
Flies and put on all black first. It's like
Yeah.
it's like 6:00 at night, and we're walking around in full black outfits, like
Just hanging out in the car waiting for the sun to go down.
Yeah, like let's go with binoculars.
Having to go into the
Looking
coffee shop and
sus.
pee every 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what are you ladies doing?
They're so weird.
We're in mourning.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, when people are in mourning, sometimes they do strange things.
Yes. But it is Sunday night. And Willow Bluff tends to close down early on the average night. The front of the Margins book is roped off with, or the front door is sealed with crime scene tape. What do you do?
We go to the back door.
Yes. There is a
Which is probably a good idea anyway, because if they went through the back door, maybe there's stuff like evidence we'll find on the door or in the hallway back there or something like that.
yes. In fact, it is a double metal door, like that can open up relatively wide for like cart. There's no like loading dock back here because this is a very old part of town. But you can see like maybe a small truck could back into the alley and then they could pull books and things, boxes of stuff into carts, and this opens double wide. And the metal doors have that kind of security glass, one little security glass pane in each one, kind of industrial doors. And you do note that one of the panes of glass had been broken,
I take a picture of it.
like broken in the corner. So it's kind of like hanging there, and there's some more police tape securing it. So you take a picture.
Do we still have the black light too? Can we like go over everything with the black light?
Yeah.
Sure. There's a lot of stuff in the alley. Not quite sure what it is, but as you scan the area, you see. Go ahead and make a medal for me.
Okay.
Metal.
Are we doing what kind?
I think it's probably reason.
Okay. Probably the reason. I got a 9 plus 1, so 10.
Hey.
All right. There is a little glint. Like a piece of that glass has just the tiny, and like you put your phone up next to it, like once the little glow, you're alerted to the glow by the UV light, you pull out your phone and shine the flashlight on it. There is a little tiny red speck at the sharp edge of one of these pieces of glass, and a little tiny piece of cloth.
Okay, I am going to call Nellie's attention because I feel like Nellie and Lillian, well, actually all of them, but I feel like Nellie's and Lillian are specifically good with textiles. So I'm going to have them come over and check out what kind of cloth is this and what kind of whatever.
Yes.
It's not a lot. it's some sort of gray material. Just a few threads.
Well, someone probably punched out this window, huh?
Might be.
With cloth wrapped around.
Might be. Got a little bit of a nick in the process. Did you go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It looks dangerous. Yes, we go inside.
All right.
Danger.
You find yourselves in the cavernous storage room behind the margin, or in the back of the margins books. They apparently have invested quite heavily in inventory because there's a lot of books on shelves here. About like books on industrial shelves that like in boxes. Some of them are shrink wrapped, like they came on pallets, but it's a surprisingly large storage area, and there's a lot of boxes back here. The place kind of smells freshly painted. This building has been around a while, but they apparently spent a bunch of money to renovate it, to turn it into something like a relatively modern commercial building. I would like everyone to make a night move for me, please.
I knew it was coming. I was like,
I knew it was coming.
something risky, facing your feet.
Oh,
The night moves.
what are we doing this with?
Vitality.
Okay.
Or
Bad news.
sensitivity, which is probably a worse news
That's
for everyone.
7.
I got a 12.
Ooh,
Oh, whoa.
I got a 3.
I got a 7.
okay. And what'd you get there, Caroline?
10.
10. So, oh no. So, as
Can I
you
use a boon?
if you would like.
Should I? Or is it not that important? I don't know.
I mean,
It's
failing
not great.
on a night move
can't-
is always totally fine. There's no horrifying consequences.
Oh my God. Can I use a boon?
Yes,
Yes.
go for it.
Okay. I'm going to pull some different dice. Okay, here we go.
Please.
I'm like, wait a minute. 7. That's a little better, yeah?
All right.
That's the same as me.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, as you ladies are kind of poking around and you've got your little phones out to shine, it's a bit of a maze of shelves and boxes back here. Nellie, something, as the ladies move forward, something attracts your attention. Like maybe you think you hear or see something, so you stop. And therefore are not in the way of the shelf that comes toppling down
No.
on your 3 friends.
My
No.
sciatica.
Right. Now, the good news is Carolyn, being so spry, immediately does like a combat roll and leaps out of the way. Marge and Lillian dive and are able to avoid serious injury, but are pinned under boxes as this entire industrial shelf falls down. You aren't like crushed, you aren't badly injured, but you are stuck. And because Nellie got a 12 plus, there's just enough light as you're, like you're kind of like, what's going on? And kind of maybe swinging your light around. Obviously, your attention is drawn to this shelf that's toppling over. You have the barest glimpse of a hand pushing the shelf over, and on the pinky finger is a Baroque ruby ring.
Oh, what a bastard.
And I think that's where we'll stop. With the ladies being attacked and no one knowing where they are as they
Yay.
investigate a crime scene.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we don't always make
Well,
the best decisions.
It's like 8 p.m. This is
I mean,
our
yeah.
middle of the
Yeah,
night.
this is the middle of the night.
Nelly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How dare you?
Oh my god, I can't believe that guy tried to kill us.
I know, right?
Maybe.
I kind of assumed that he shapeshifted and then got killed, to be honest. But that's fine. We'll figure it out later
Yeah.
when we make accusations.
Yeah.
So, let's do the whole end of session stuff. So we didn't solve the mystery because we'll save that for last, but we can tally the points that you have from your session activities and let people know who you are and where they can find you next. Let's start with Rachie this time.
Hi, I'm Rachie H. You can find me in the UK because I'm not streaming at the moment. But I will be. I promise. I'm starting to get things sorted. The reason this drop is behind me is because there's stuff behind me I don't want people to see yet.
Ooh,
Mystery.
Ooh.
so mysterious.
Mystery. So yes, I will come back at some point. I do promise that. I'm just getting a bit obsessive over it and wanting everything to be perfect, and it never is. So anyway, end of session stuff. I guess I was meant to do. Did I show someone that I still got it, and did I behave like a woman half my age?
I feel like camping is behaving like a woman half our age because we should not be camping.
No.
I think all of us chose that, and I've got to say, I think all of us achieved that because camping out for the opening of anything is not the thing you generally find old ladies doing.
Agreed.
I don't think I proved to anyone that I've still got it. Because I didn't prove it, and that's the important part to me. Like, obviously, I still got it.
I am proof.
I didn't need to show it this time.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't prove it. So I don't think I achieved that.
Awesome. Cool. Well, then take 1 point. Carolyn.
What do I do with the point? I can't remember what to do.
That's an XP point. So once you get up to 5 total, of which you have some unknown number, but I guess we can check the VOD. Well, it should be at the end of each of the other episodes.
Okay, I'll check the VOD.
Well, and I think I had 4. And Misha said, didn't you have 4?
I had 4 as well.
I bet you have 4. Let me just say you have 4.
We tend to get like
had more
one.
than us was Carolyn.
Yeah.
I had 6.
Because of all the cult savoring. I think Carolyn was the first and I think only person to actually take an advancement. So I think that means if you guys had 4 before, that means this is Lillian. This is Lillian's 5th. So you can choose one of the options on your advancement.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Morrow.
Hi, I'm Morrow in my sales. I stream sometimes. Don't think I've streamed in like months, but yeah, I do stuff like this. I'm here on C+ content. So maybe I'll jump on with my friend Justice television show sometimes, or usually I just play Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda randomizer. So if you want to follow, I'm one of those people you do want to hit the indicator because I just go live sporadically with no consistency. So let's see. My goal was to behave like women half my age, which I think Rick, you all did pretty well. And then share a memory of a late family member. And I do think I did that when I told you guys about George and his gum and how he shoves all the gum under our table.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's true.
So 2 more for Carolyn. How about Nelly?
All right. Let's see. For Nelly's stuff, I had share wisdom, which I did with Polly because I told him that naps are good.
Sure.
It was very important. I did not dote on anybody, as it turned out.
Yes.
I'll take 1 for that. So I'll grab an upgrade at some
you
point.
were gonna dote on Saoirse, but she's super creepy, and you decided it was probably not a good choice.
We all bailed on that one.
Yeah.
We looked back and we're like, nah. As for me, I'm Misha_lesson3 on Twitch, where I don't really stream, except I'm here a lot. And you'll see me this Thursday for the last episode of this current Teen Magic Academy stuff, where we're trying not to get expelled from school, it's going pretty bad for us. We got bamboozled, if you will. So
Yeah.
it was great.
It's
Funny.
SJ's
All right.
out for blood.
Of
Megan.
course, SJ's out for blood.
Right?
I'm Megan DeMille. I stream, but not a lot. I usually only stream like once a week because I'm a teacher and I have vocal issues. Anyway, once I fix that, I'll be on more. But I stream on Saturdays generally. Saturdays, usually like noon to 3. I think my camera just froze too. So everyone just enjoy that face. So yeah, so I do like basically like general, what are they called? Variety streaming. Yeah, so come follow me. And I wanted to ask, do you think getting stuff for Lillian when her eyes were puffy is doting?
No.
Okay, then I didn't dote. I just acted like a woman half my age.
Yeah.
But that gives me 5, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
can do an advancement.
What about all the hot dishes?
I know, but I
Or-
always do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
when I doted last time, it was like very specific. Like
Yeah.
I put her down and I put her feet up and I did it like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Nelly each had an opportunity to dote on Saoirse and wisely chose not to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you didn't want to become a member of the Village of the Damned or whatever's
Yeah.
going on in that particular household.
We don't know, but she creepy.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what's happening, but we don't want to be part of it.
Yeah. Go back and watch the VODs. There's a reason. It's an Easter egg cameo from a previous season. Awesome. Cool. So we got some advancements going on. That'll be awesome. You're gonna need them. Cool. I am Zero or Zero Daylight or DMGM narrator, whatever. This has been Monster She Wrote, which is our inspired by Brindlewood Bay. It's reasonably faithful in terms of the mechanics, but obviously we're using our shared setting for our variety of spooky tales. This is, I don't know, I should have counted the 5th or 6th series kind of in this kind of continuing storyline of this little town in central Minnesota that is getting closer and closer to the apocalypse every time we play. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe it won't happen this time. Maybe it will. But there's been all kinds of stuff. There's been La Llorona and creepy Norse mythology memories becoming reality through technology stuff, and vampires and dragons and all kinds of weird things that have happened in Willow Bluff thus far, and I'm sure more to come. So cool. So come back, as Misha mentioned, come back this coming Thursday for the next episode of Teen Magic Academy. Come back here whenever the next one of this is. And
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, same time, same channel. And we will see you all there. We should probably go hang out with someone. Who should we go hang out with?
Let me see.
I don't know.
Dork Tales is playing D&D. We like them. They're always good high production values. They usually wear costumes, which is nice.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
do that then.
let's keep the TTRPG love rolling, and we will go hang out and watch Dark Tales. LES. Yes, let's make sure that that's actually rolling. Yes, it's rolling. Cool. Well, awesome. Well, thanks everyone. It's great to see everyone again. See the little old ladies who lunch back together, poking their nose and meddling in yet another confusing murder mystery involving the ghosts of Angela Lansbury and dead author that they all love, maybe, and now an attempt upon their own lives that we'll have to resolve when we pick up again next week. Well, awesome. Thanks again, and see you all very soon.
Bye.
guys.